Okay, letter time?
Letter time. Let's do it.
So to clarify, we're staying up in the ruins, right? At that crossroad?
I think you guys are like just in a derelict building around a fire with the horses like kind of like tied down outside.
And just making sure everyone has hit long rest.
Yes, we assume that.
All right, here is Raymond's letter to his daughter,
Janet.
My dearest Janet, I once again bring news from the region around Phandalin. It seems the orcs we encountered earlier in the Dwarven ruins were just the beginning. We received word in town about a farm run by a man named Big Alphonse Calazorn that was in dire need of assistance. Orcs were spotted nearby, but by the time we arrived, the orcs had burned down several of the buildings used to hold the animals. The ones that were still alive were running loose all over the countryside. Inside the farm's main home, they had killed many of the farm hands, and Alphonse was being held captive. The Log Pope, Vaughn, and I managed to secure the home and take down the majority of the orcs before harm could fall onto Big Al. Vaughn was able to use his magic not only to detain one of the orcs, but also convince it that Cryovane was speaking to it inside of its own mind. The orc told us that Cryovane is an ice dragon. It ravaged the orcs' homes and forced them to flee. We may have actually seen this very dragon in the distance a few days ago while traveling to Nomengard. The orcs told us that the dragon's lair is somewhere inside of the Sword Mountains, Bradley? Is it Sword Mountains? Yeah, the Sword Mountains. I got it right. Okay.
Yeah.
While that information was helpful, the Sword Mountain range is very vast. So finding where the dragon rests...
I was muted, but yes, it's the Sword Mountains.
...feels impossible. We helped Big Al find his prized cow, Petunia. This farm's major export is butter that they hand-churn from Petunia's milk. As a reward, he gave us a sample. The butter is formed into the shape of a skull. Gotta be honest, it seems pretty weird, but Big Al seems like a nice enough guy. Please reach out to Eugene for me. Tell him about the orcs here, and if there are any sightings of orcs near Lion's Gate, then I request a guard posted at your door at night. You could also tell him that Vaughn's studies are continuing to go well. He managed to transcribe some new spells recently. One allows him to summon a familiar to aid him. He's chosen the form of a seahorse and named him Pebble.
Pebble.
It seems Vaughn is more like his father than he knows. Sending you all of my love, Raymond.
Yay.
Yay.
I don't know why I always clap after your letters. I like them.
Thank you.
I hate Pebble.
I'm sorry I read so
Pebble,
shit.
you asshole.
No, you did really well. That's
Literally 75% of the group loves Pebble. Why do you gotta hate it, Moon?
I love Pebble.
That's why I hate it, actually. Okay. Did you get all that, Turk? I'm sure you're paying attention.
I got most of it. Yeah, I have a tummy ache today. I'm sorry. I'm
no. I'm just
to the
fucking with
bathroom
you.
every now
It's
and
okay.
again. Sorry.
I was So you mentioned that. What's his name? Hold on. Alphonse, Big Al, was a really nice guy. You left out a small detail in the letter. Did you mention how you stole from him?
To clarify, I did not steal anything.
He did not.
I asked over and over to give it back, and you settled that with a roll.
I did not settle that with the roll, did I?
Yes, you sure did.
I believe you did.
You told me that,
because you had to convince him.
That's it.
No. It's not that I settled it with the roll. You were rolling against your party member. So yeah, I mean, unless you wanted to fight him to return it.
I offered to arm wrestle. I think he's stronger than me. I think it's fair.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, that's already passed. Why would I tell my daughter that
It's not
someone at our
relevant.
party
I
robbed
just
a
wanted
guy?
to bring that up since you don't include everything in your letters, right? So like maybe the
No, of
audience
course
is
not.
aware.
Of course, I don't include everything in the letter. By the way, Vaughn took a massive shit behind the fucking farmhouse.
I had way too much fiber that morning. Get off my back. Jeez.
Aimed at
It
poop,
seems
pebble.
Vaughn may be lactose intolerant from all of the salami and cheese we've been feeding him.
Before we start, Xerix, thank you for the 5 gifted subs. I wonder
Good
if
old
that's
Xerix.
unlocked anybody. Oh, Jaquit can now talk in the chat. Awesome.
Welcome.
Okay, so you guys had an excellent rest. Very, very quiet in this, just desolate area. Just a bunch of, so you're in Connorberry, which is a bunch of abandoned buildings. It's been abandoned for, maybe 100 years or something like that. Everything's like derelict, collapsing, overgrown. But you found like this, what looks to be like an abandoned stable that you're kind of sleeping over like a half roof, and the other like 4. You have 3 walls, and then there's an opening, and it kind of opens up into the town center almost. And you've got your 3 horses tied to the side of the building, and you've just awoken. Maybe it's like 8, 9 a.m. And and you're basically deciding what you want to do, right?
You guys want to gamble?
Because you have a lot of options.
1 round? Maybe.
Okay.
I can do it, man, if you guys have a new system.
Do we have a stump or something we could sit around, use as a table?
Yeah,
Or are
that'd
there
be really
tables
cool.
still here?
Can you imagine us a stump, Moon?
Do
Yeah,
we have a
Moon,
dealer?
can you imagine us a stump?
I'm sure.
We don't have a dealer, do we? We'll do it when we see a guy, no? Or
We can play amongst ourselves.
okay. But
Okay.
don't
Our
steal
dealer.
money from.
I
bullet
cracked
deal.
open a few of our rations and I set out the salami and cheese
That's great.
as poker chips.
Ooh.
I think we should deal breakfast. I'll be a dealer. Fuck it.
You can't just gamble for every meal of the day. You
I
just
think
gamble.
we should.
Okay, well, you look outside, and just outside of the derelict stable that you're in, you see a rusty axe stuck inside what looks to be just like an old tree stump. The axe is completely rusted and is of no use, but maybe the tree stump could serve some purpose. A mysterious purpose.
I cast dancing lights so we can look at it better and realize that.
Boys,
maybe we
let's
can pull the
sit
axe out.
down.
Someone move this axe. It's in the way. I don't have the strength to do this.
Oh, well, I know someone who can do that, no problem.
Easy.
Thank you.
Clack.
Okay,
get on
roll to remove the
Serious?
axe.
It's just an axe. It's not fucking
Roll
Excalibur,
to
is
the
it?
axe.
Jesus
It's
It's
Christ.
very
rusted.
deep in the stump.
Yeah. it's
Am
been
I
rusted
rolling
into.
strength? Is that what
Yeah.
I'm rolling? Okay.
Yeah.
How do I roll? God, it's so laggy. Oh no.
He rolled a 10.
16
Is that enough?
plus 3. That's 19.
Oh, okay.
Wait, why does it show a different number in roll 20? What?
Yeah, it shows a 10 for me.
It's really
It always has.
It's really
Shows
hoping
a
you
19
fail this
for me.
roll.
Okay, then let's go for the
All
roll
right.
21, I guess. And 10. It's a 10.
10?
Yeah.
Hold on. Did you roll twice? What was your first roll?
No, I mean, so I rolled 16 on the D&D Beyond page,
But we
on
usually
roll
go off
20,
what roll 20
Yeah, that's okay.
is.
Well, we'll just use whatever your
Shows
first
10.
roll was. For this
It was
time.
the same
I
roll.
mean, it's only one roll.
He's
But
saying there's
one
a
site shows
difference.
something, the other site shows another thing. But I think it's easier to keep track of roll 20 anyway. So we'll do 10.
Okay, we'll just whatever. You
Can you just
managed
let
to
me
rip
lift it?
out the axe. You managed to rip out the axe.
Goody.
Part of the table is the table or the stump is a bit chopped up, but you have enough space for a 3-person blackjack game.
Gamble fetch. Okay, boys.
Raymond, deal me in,
Let's
my dude.
do it. Bring out
I'm
the
feeling-
salami.
I'm feeling feisty today. Anyone want to go 3 coins?
I thought we were doing rations.
We can do rations and 3 coins. How about both?
I'm down.
You get food and paid. All right. I'm doing 3 gold on the table.
Okay, I'm in for 3 gold.
All right, I'll be
Okay.
the dealer.
Are we all rich? I have 64 gold. Is
I
that
got 19.
possible?
I'm trying to get rich.
Okay.
Yeah, we're trying to take your money.
That's what we're
Okay,
trying to do.
Sure. I mean, I'd like to give you guys some money. That's fine.
Okay, I'm gonna roll. Who wants to go first? Who's in the order here, Walter?
It's dealer's left, who is Log Pope.
Okay.
Okay.
Do I
and the new rules
show
are
a card
2.
first as a dealer?
Oh, you're
Are
gonna deal
you
for us?
dealing?
Fuck
I
yeah.
mean, well, yeah. That way I can make sure it's done properly.
Who are
How
you?
did we
Are
forget
you?
how we did this?
Are you a horse?
I'm not a horse. I'm just the rolls for whoever's dealing.
Yeah, so you want to roll
Ah.
2d12s and then tell us
So
one
you
card.
guys are just flipping the cards for the dealer, and then I'm giving you those rules. But there's no
Okay,
actual
okay.
dealer.
I'll
So
roll
it's gonna
2
be
D12s
a king.
Oh, shit.
then. I
Okay.
rolled. I guess I gotta check roll 20. Actually,
You rolled a 1?
I rolled
That's
a
an-
1. Yeah,
That's an ace, my dude.
that is an ace, and
Fuck
then
yeah.
I rolled a 2. So you
So you
lose
have
me.
13 or 3, up to you. So you would.
I will hit that. God, it's so laggy. Oh no. What happened? It's my hardware.
So I guys need to buy
acceleration.
some dice.
I rolled another 2. I'm gonna roll again. I'm up to 15 or 5. I rolled a 4. I'm gonna go.
It's a 19, dude. That's pretty good.
Yeah, okay, we'll hold.
It is against a king, though, so up to you.
19's still good. I think he
Okay.
makes the king, surely.
Your turn,
Oh,
Walter.
Okay. My rolls are. I'm so prepared for today. I got a face card and an 8, so I'm at 18, and I guess I'm gonna stay.
Okay. What you got, Tim?
I got 11 and a 9, so that's a face card plus 9, so I'm at a 19 as well. I'm
I have a
gonna stay
really
on
good
my-
idea.
What?
You've resummoned Pebble, right?
Yeah, he's
Pebble's
right here
the
hanging
dealer.
out with us. Pebble's it. Yeah,
Pebble's the
exactly.
deal.
Fuck
Yeah,
yeah.
okay.
Pebble's the dealer. Okay,
Nice.
so what do you have, Tim?
I have a 19.
You have a 19. Okay, so 19, 19, 18. So Pebble
Yeah.
kind of like looks at both of you and then has a card that it's holding in its tail right now, and it's going to unfurl its tail for what the card is. It's an 8. Which
18.
means
18.
We all beat him. We beat people's ass.
Well,
You fucked Pebble.
if you tie with 18, don't you get your money back? You don't actually
You
win?
push. Who got an 18?
I did.
Oh, okay, yeah, you tie. But me and Turk win money.
Okay.
Or Pebble could decide to roll again, right? Or
No,
No,
once
the
the
house
other
has
gets
set
to
rules.
16 or above, they have to stay.
Oh.
That's
Is
how
that
it
a
is.
rule?
Yeah, that's
okay,
blackjack. That's
wow.
why. That's why when you go
So
as like a 3 or 4,
We're
you
just
try to
doing it
get
for
a higher
breakfast,
number.
right? Like, this isn't for
Ah.
actual money.
Oh no, we
That's
put 3
neat.
coins on this. We
You
all
put
agree.
3
Oh,
coins
yeah.
on this?
Yeah, we
3
did.
coins and rations.
Mm-hmm.
What's wrong with you guys?
Yeah. Some sausages and shit.
Okay.
Gamble breakfast.
yeah.
Vaughn, if we're done gambling, excuse me, I gotta do my voice.
Am I 3 coins richer?
You are 3 coins richer, my dude.
Okay. Okay. Alright.
Vaughn,
Wait, what do you
if
mean?
that's
Hold on,
about
wait,
gambling,
1 second. No, you're not 3 coins richer because
Why?
you can't just materialize coins from Pebble.
Pebble
Where
is
are
a
these
fucking
coins coming
magical
from? You're
being.
taking the
Pebble?
coins
Pebble
from
got
gets
money.
Pebble.
once a day. It's
You're
in
not
his
getting
lore.
more coins. You're not just generating
He
gold.
runs a bank in Sweden. It's fine.
No. So Pally is gonna lose 3 coins, and you guys are gonna have 1.5 gold each. Is how it's gonna go if you
Why
want to
would
do
Tyler
that way.
lose? He tied.
Take 1. You can take 2.
we all just get our gold back.
Fine.
We just get our gold back.
Fine.
Whatever. Fuck Pebble.
What?
Stupid ass fucking horse. Give that money.
All right.
So, we need to address something.
Yes.
I got a gear upgrade. I got Mithril Ring Mail in the last episode from Big Al because I was so fucking nice to him before you robbed him. And
After, I think. But
I
yeah.
need to put that on. So I don't really know how that works.
Well.
But,
would you like some
um,
help with this?
Vaughn, I could use a hand with something if we could find a place for some privacy.
Oh, okay. I investigate the area. Is there a tree or something that we can go behind?
Well, there's buildings.
Oh, okay. You want to go into the red one?
If you want to investigate, let's at least try to find a nice one. Let's let Bradley let you roll.
Oh, okay. Bradley, can I investigate?
Some place that looks
area?
secure that we could barricade for at least an hour.
Oh, it's gonna take an hour to do this.
Yes.
You find an old shuttered building. I mean, there are buildings that are completely enclosed.
Wait, I didn't get to roll at all.
You don't need to roll for this. I mean, there's definitely
But
a somewhat secure place that you can find. So if you're looking around for just a place that you'll be out of view, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
that we can also secure.
Yeah,
because
so
I'm
there's
gonna
like
be-
some relatively intact stone buildings that have, they still have the windows boarded up and shuttered, and you could just bust down the door or whatever you need to do.
Could you describe what mithril ring mail looks like to me?
Well, let's find that out. I mean, it's essentially the same as any other ring mail. It's just a bunch of rings and are locking. But mithril it's got like this light bluish tint to it, very, very slight. And it's just much lighter. Like, it's very, very light. It's not necessarily flexible, but the material is just, I mean, it's just better than steel, is the best way to describe it. It's almost like, in
a Knight's Tale? It's like that armor?
I don't know what that is, but in Lord of the Rings where they have like the spider silk armor and stuff, it's kind of like that.
Knight's Tale.
You haven't seen a Knight's Tale? Sorry, excuse me, time out. You and Turk both went.
Oh my
You haven't seen a Knight's Tale?
god!
It's only Heath Ledger's best work.
That
Like,
is
it's better
such a
than
good
The Joker.
movie.
Okay, I'll watch
It's
it.
an incredible flick
I'll
that
watch it.
everyone and their mom needs to watch.
I'll watch
Okay,
it with my
so-
mom.
This
Noted.
is going to be extremely anticlimactic, but I just noticed that mithril ring mail has less AC than what I'm wearing. So fuck it, we don't need to do.
No. It doesn't. It has one more.
It has 14 according to my thing.
What if we investigate a building with a roll that gives special powers to armor if we build it there?
I don't think that's a thing. Bradley, do you have a note for the mithril ring armor? Because in my character sheet it says 14 AC.
It doesn't have a strength requirement. Doesn't impose disadvantage on stealth checks.
What's its AC?
It doesn't say exactly, but I can see if there's any information here.
I'm sorry, I thought it was an upgrade too. That's why I started down this path and then I just looked at it again.
So, what current AC do you have right now?
I am wearing chainmail, which is heavy armor. Requires 13 strength to be able to use it, and as such has a 16 armor class.
Yeah, so it's 16 as well. They're both 16, but this would give you the ability to make stealth checks.
Okay,
Sounds
okay.
worth.
So I definitely want to equip it.
Sure.
So we're going to need to find that private place that we were just discussing. So do we want to make our way into a building?
Yeah, let's head in the building that Moon mentioned.
I mean, no disrespect, Log Pope, but you are not welcome to come.
It's cool, man. I'm chilling outside. I'll wait for you guys.
Okay.
See if there's some food around.
So we make our way into a building. What do we see, Bradley?
Well, it's got some wooden flooring and stone walls. It's been it's just completely bare in there. There's huge cobwebs on the corners. There's a chair with 3 legs leaning against the wall. Bits and pieces of what used to be a table. You see like a couple plates and some silverware on the ground, but it's just a one-room dwelling, and there's not much to see.
This place is a mess. Has the Log Pope been here before?
I heard that.
There's also like small shafts of light coming in through the 2 windows that are on either side of the door. The door is still able to shut, and there's a couple stones that have made their way in front of the building that you imagine you could like put in front of the door to keep it closed. And
Okay,
you can
and
through the
I'm-
shafts of light you can just see like dust floating around.
And I'm going to immediately start to close the door and reinforce it like you just said. Can we get a little light into here, please, Vaughn?
Oh, I got you. I cast dancing lights. My lights go to 4 different corners and illuminate the area.
I take my pack off and set it on the ground, and I pull out the mithril ring bale. And what I'm going to need your help with is I need you to put this armor over the armor I'm already wearing.
Oh, okay.
I'm already kind of bulky, so like fine-tune movements, I can't really do that well.
So I need to pick this up. It's awfully heavy. Should I roll for a strength check, Moon?
It's just armor. You're not that weak.
I have
Yeah,
a negative
you'll be
1
able
on
to lift
strength.
it up.
Okay. I pick up the armor. It is a little bit heavy, but I don't show anything to Raymond. I don't want him to know that it's internally making me hurt to pick this armor up. I place it on top of him right now.
Okay, so you take
on my hat, there's another hat. on my chest piece, I'm draped with another chest piece.
So
This
essentially,
is what I'm imagining.
the mithril
Okay.
armor is just like it's like a collar. It's got 2 shoulder plates, and then it's just a flowing chainmail from there.
Okay, so we've placed that over my existing armor.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
So what would you like me to describe what's gonna happen, or do you want to do that?
In a moment. In a
Okay.
moment. Vaughn, I'm gonna be very vulnerable for the next hour.
Okay.
I'm gonna need you and our little man Pebble, and I reach over and scratch him on the chin, to keep a good look. To keep a good lookout.
Is there any back entrance in this area that I need
Just
to
the
keep?
one way in.
Just the one way in? Okay.
I sit in the corner with my legs crossed, and I kind of bring my hands together, almost as if I'm praying, but down by my chest. And I just start to meditate, and then you can describe what happens, Bradley.
So the ring mill's resting on Raymond's shoulders, and right now it just looks like there's armor on top of his already existing armor, and he's kind of like, it's not really like fully around his head, but as he continues to meditate, it slowly shifts into place on top of his existing armor, and very slowly over the course of an hour you see the armor shifting gradually down, and it starts to feel like a tightening around his body and his chest, and you might even grunt out in pain, because it doesn't. I don't imagine it's a painless process to do this, but the armor suddenly, a blue light comes out, and the entire room is illuminated, and it just melds into place to where his already existing armor was. His body has been completely replaced. The other armor has vanished, and now he is just has a mithril chainmail right over his chest, and it's perfectly fitted to his form.
Raymond, that was amazing. The blue light was brighter than my dancing lights.
Oh yeah. I'm just kind of like coming out of the stupor, moving my arms around, seeing how it sounds. I make a lot less noise now, right? When I'm moving around?
Yeah,
do
it's
appear to be way
basically
more nimble.
silent, and you should feel lighter because there's no strength requirement, so it's a lot less weight, I believe.
I want to do some kind of acrobatics check or something.
You do
to
cartwheel.
see- Okay, I try to do a handstand. I've never done a handstand before, so it must be hard. Can I roll something?
Yeah, you can roll.
Athletics or acrobatics?
Acrobatics.
Roger. Did it? I got a 19.
Nice.
Okay, so
Flips it.
you just want to do a standard handstand, right?
It's just a perfectly straight, perfect posture handstand.
Okay, so you've never done a handstand before, so you kind of. Come on,
If Moon does a handstand right now,
Oh.
So you,
if he
you
does a
way.
handstand
Take
right
your
Oh
arms
now,
my
He's
god,
not
get ready to
doing it.
clip
He's
it.
not
It's
doing
gonna
it.
be bad. It's
not
gonna be
doing it.
bad.
Hey,
I don't think
stop.
he's doing it.
Stop talking. Okay, and then you put your arms out and you
Do
push
it.
up and you lean forward. I'm not doing. Wait, can I do a handstand?
But
I
they-
don't know if I can do
do
a
it against the
handstand.
wall. Do it against the
it
wall.
Yeah,
against
do
the wall,
a
yeah.
handstand. I
Use
basically
the
have never
wall.
done one either, so we'll see how it works. Okay. All right.
Oh my god.
You're not sure
He's
you
gonna
can do
hurt
it, but you
himself.
hear your armor
He's gonna
clenching.
hurt himself.
And then,
He should
He's an old
definitely use
man
the
now.
wall.
Oh no.
and then,
He's gonna flip into his
do it.
computer.
but you're able to do it. But you're able to do a handstand, and at first you almost lose your balance, but you catch yourself, and then you have like a perfectly straight form with your hands
Okay,
and feet.
while I'm in the handstand, I would like to do another roll to try to flip out of it and land on my feet.
Could you show us that one?
Okay.
Yeah, can you show us that one?
No, I don't. I don't think I have enough room. That's the issue.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I rolled a fucking 22! Let's go.
And as you're doing this handstand, you let yourself get pushed. You let yourself into the ground a little bit more to give yourself some room, and you push off. And not only do you land on your feet, but you actually do a 360 before you do it. And when you land, you do like one of these, and you're just looking around. Hopefully, someone's impressed, right?
That was beautiful, and I just burst out into applause. Pebble starts neighing on the side. That was incredible, Raymond. Oh my God!
It feels good, much lighter than my other armor. How does it look?
It looks beautiful. You've never looked more handsome ever in your life, even before the armor.
So to be perfectly clear, from head to toe, I'm still just a suit of armor, but I have a new armor put in. You guys still don't see any skin, nothing. You look in my visor, it's just black.
And the visor you have is pretty small, right?
It's like a little eye slit. I got a little one of these in front of each of my eyes to peer out with. But yeah, that's all right. Sweet.
You're like Turban or whatever. You are what you hate. You're just looking through.
That's true, actually. Harbin. Yeah.
Or Harpin. Yeah.
Harbin Westa.
Harbin.
All right, I open the door and I head back out to Logpope and, hey, what do you think? And I
Hey,
do a little
man.
spin for you.
Looking slick. You look nimbler, if you will.
Yeah, I can't wait to sneak up on Harbin in my new gear, man. The guy's not gonna know it's fucking coming.
Yeah, that'll be good.
So there's some ruins nearby, huh?
Well, so just refresh your guys' memory.
Shrine.
You've got in this area, you know of a town south of your position here on the map. I'm gonna ping over to you guys, where you can see what looks to be like a bell tower. And you've heard that some citizens used to live there like 30 or 40 years ago, and they hid all their gold, is the rumor, but you're not exactly sure of the place.
Isn't there a shrine near us that we were gonna check out?
Is that it? I think that was it.
That was it. Okay.
Hold on. Let me...
No, it was like a religious thing, right? It was like a statue or something of like a god you were familiar with, sort of, or something. Vaughn?
What about a god?
I don't know. I thought that it was like a statue, or like the shrine was of some sort of god, and then you recognized it or something. Did this not happen?
yeah. But that was, it was like a half
So-
second thing. It was more of like, oh, I've heard
Right.
of this god. But
Shrine,
yeah,
Shrine of
right,
Sombrus.
Yeah, that.
It's a Shrine of Sombrus, that area to your south.
Okay.
So
The one you just described has the
okay.
shrine
so
there.
it was a village. Well, I guess not necessarily a village. It was just a shrine where a lot of people lived, but they the rumor was that a town nearby fled to this area to avoid a barbarian attack, and they hid their gold somewhere in this shrine. That's more accurate than what I said before.
Barbarian or orc?
Barbarians, but
under-
this is like 40 years ago.
Oh, my people.
Well, should we head over there?
I think we're picking between
We
multiples,
still have-
right?
No, it's all one place.
Oh, okay. Let's go.
We
can
still
go.
have the horses from Big Al's farm as well.
Right. Let's do it. Let's ride them.
So we could
The
zoom
horse
right
we
over
I
there.
think
stole.
there was
Yeah, the
also
horse
other
we-
options as
we
well.
took.
We didn't steal them. We found them on the road.
That we didn't return.
We're
That's
gonna
it.
Yes.
return them.
Right. It's in the plans.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we just haven't done it yet.
Yeah, they're just helping us, aiding us for now.
Well,
Let's
is
do
this
it.
is this you guys debating?
No, let's go.
No.
Let's go. Yeah,
I think we're all-
leaving
yeah.
to the town.
Okay.
One of these horses
Run.
likes Walter, right?
Yes.
One
Yeah,
of
you
them-
guys are all able to ride the horses. They've been like they're used to humans riding them, and or humanoids. Sorry, trick. They're used to humans riding them, and they're just spooked from the orcs that kind of like destroyed that whole ranch that you're in. But they're used to you guys, so you're able to ride them no problem. and you make your way south. And as you approach the ruins of the Shrine of Savras to yourself, to your south, and it's about midday now. I'd say it's about noon. A ruin stands in the middle of a vast field north of the rocky foothills of the Sword Mountains. An old temple with a belfry jutting out from its peaked roof is enclosed by stone walls. Belfry just means there's a bell tower. Many sections of which have collapsed. The trail ends at a crumbling gatehouse, the doors to which were sundered long ago. So that's the front gates. 3 of the 4.
What's sundered? Does that mean like shut or what?
It means like broken open, like thrall sunder
Ah.
in Hans, just like completely destroyed.
Okay.
3 of the 4 towers that once stood at the corners of the outer walls have collapsed. Only the northeast tower remains, and a guard stands atop it.
Oh,
Oh.
this place is populated.
Or at least protected for the moment.
Yeah, I was expecting it to just be abandoned.
Well,
Okay.
who's our smooth talker? It's still Turk, right?
It's not me.
Sure, yeah, I got +2.
We should
3 to
we should
persuasion.
approach the guard. if
You
we
want to
can.
just walk up to them, or
I mean,
We're riding on the
Yeah.
horses. We're in a pack. We wave as we.
Yeah.
Oh, he smiled. Are we dead?
as you're approaching this gatehouse, so in front of you, you see. Well, actually, yeah. We'll wait a second. In front of you, you see the shrine's gates, which are destroyed, and most of the walls missing on both sides. The tower to your right is completely destroyed, and the tower on your left, you see atop of it someone green, but they haven't spotted you yet.
someone green.
I see.
Is
I
it
would-
like an orcish green? Like, are we talking?
You can do a perception check if you want to check him out.
Vaughn, would you mind looking around? See what's up? Maybe dancing lights?
No, don't draw any attention to us.
Ooh, good idea.
I'm a master of stealth now.
Maybe
I'm trying
an
to look at my spells, see
investigation?
what I can do to help us. Like, Featherfall wouldn't help here. I could investigate. Should I investigate? Is
Yeah,
that-
do
is that
a little
helpful?
investigation. See if we can figure.
Can I-
You know.
Can I investigate?
So-
Moon?
So this is what you
Up.
see right now.
Up a tower,
Oh, he gave us vision.
we
Oh,
see
good.
someone
We see
who's
stuff.
we think is green. I don't see any. Oh, it just updated.
Up on the tower. That looks like an orc.
That looks like a fucking orc.
That
Yeah,
looks
it looks
like,
like
a
an orc.
Hey,
orc.
do a perception and just make sure that it looks like an orc.
You don't have to roll. So on top of the tower, you see definitely what looks like to be an orc. And
That's a fucking orc up there.
it's an orc. Spoilers. And he's definitely like some sort of scout for a larger force. You get the feeling of, because he's not too concerned of like what's behind him. He's more so just peering out into the distance, and it's
Okay.
broad daylight. So, yeah.
As we were approaching, are we going through like a forest area to get here? Are there trees? Is this an open grassland? What's the terrain
it's like a hilly grassland. You notice, like, if you stay in your certain current location, there's not really that great of a chance that he'll see you. I mean, it's a very vast area that he's looking at. But in front of the area, it's just flat land in that whole area. They've leveled it all for like farming and building purposes. So
where we are is a bit out of his view, but if we were to approach directly, he might see us.
correct.
Okay, I definitely think we stash the horses here.
Good call.
I have Misty Step. Can I teleport behind him and push him off?
Yeah, maybe.
Because I can't like go up there and cast a spell.
Isn't push would be a strength check?
Oh yeah,
Von.
we'll do that. Yeah, we skip on that.
So is there anything we can tie the horses to so they don't run away?
You could, yeah, I would say you definitely could like tie them to a tree. I mean, it's like there's some wooded areas in the vicinity. You'd have a bit of a walk, but you definitely could tie them down to a tree. Do you have enough rope?
Yeah, I have a lot of rope.
Okay.
I have 60 feet of rope.
Okay. Well, I would say, you know, you'd want to use like what, 10 feet in total to tie them down.
Okay. So they're secure. How do we want to check out maybe more of the outside of this place before we make any movements? Scout the outside for some intel.
That'd be a good idea. We could also use our sneaky advantage right now. There seems to be an opening in the wall there.
I could message him and
take a
try to get him to
gander.
like back up.
If you message him, he's gonna know that we're in the area.
Well, it's in the brain, right?
Well, yeah. But it can only be cast within a certain range.
Do dumb orcs
So-
know that?
If he knows that, then we're fucked. I don't know if he actually knows it.
I'm just trying to throw out ideas.
I'd say you're about 300 feet away right now. And
300 feet.
Yeah, like 200 to 300 feet roughly. And
What about Pebble? He's alive. Could
I
we?
don't want him to die again. I was so sad when he died last time. It was so
That's
much work to
true.
bring him back. I can't just like send him willy-nilly into areas because then Moon will throw a spear into his face.
Do you want
That's
to?
true.
We could try to change his form. Maybe I know that's possible.
No, he'll be a seahorse for the rest of our adventure. Maybe he'll like
Okay.
turn into a dragon seahorse, but that's about it.
Okay. Okay. Well, shit. How do we want to do this then?
I mean, I guess we just sneak up and then hope that we don't get hit.
Yeah. We
yeah, I
should
mean,
just
you
take a
definitely could
gander.
just sneak up in the entire
We
like
could
flat,
go to like.
flat ground, broad daylight.
The way Moon said that makes it sound
He
like we
said
can't.
broad daylight, which makes me think we should probably gamble until the sun goes down.
Yeah.
That is not-
Oh my god, that's a really good idea.
Ah.
We have Alvin Vision as well on our boy.
That's true.
We
All
should
right.
do it.
Night.
I rolled a 10
Wait, what are you rolling for?
in blackjack.
So
I
you
have
guys
a
are
2
sitting.
and an
So
8.
you've tied up the horses to a tree.
Okay.
You've walked like a
Okay.
couple hundred feet in the direction of a place which you assume has orcs in it, and now you're gambling behind a hill, waiting for nightfall. I just want
Yeah.
to make that okay. That's
Yeah.
that's what's happening right
Oh,
now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm done. How long?
Yeah.
How many hands
Yeah,
do we have to play for it to be nightfall?
That
I
sounds
mean, I'm
about
down.
right.
I'm down to rush it now as well. I don't care. We don't need to wait for
You
that.
should carry. This is your
Nightfall.
life. You're supposed to value your life above all else.
Yeah.
We can take on some orcs, man. We took on a fucking manticore, bruv.
Yeah, one manticore, and I gotta be honest, I think about that encounter every day. I should not have run in like that. That was so stupid. Like, that was so dumb.
Okay, we can wait nightfall. That's fun.
Okay, how many hands
Let's
do
do
we
it.
have to roll before the
advantage.
night passes?
Well, we'll just say 3
three
for
hands.
my
Three hands.
mental, really.
Sure.
Okay, I guess we'll play blackjack.
Okay, so Pebble approaches you guys as you're wondering what to do for the next 12 hours, and you notice that they have the deck of cards furled up in their tail.
Let's go, Pebble!
Yeah, Pebble! Are we
And
for
Pebble puts down an ace.
Pebble, are you cheating?
Pebble? Come on, man.
Come on, you son of a bitch.
I
I'll go.
abstain.
Abstain. I didn't realize that was an option.
Abstain? No. You're already in. You already put your money down.
Did we all decide on what we're betting?
I thought it was 3 again. I put in 3.
Okay.
Yeah, I put in 3 as well.
So you guys are playing versus each other as well. Just to make that clear. Pebble's not materializing gold. Doesn't have
I
any
know
gold.
that sucks. I wish Pebble would poop some gold.
What if
Can
I
we have
give
like a
Pebble, what if I
side
give Pebble 3 gold and I'm technically
story?
the dealer?
You could play as the dealer if you wanted to. If everyone else is okay with
I'll
having
just
that
give Pebble 3
disadvantage.
gold, and then I
Well,
just have.
Pebble could just
two
shit the
purses of
occasional
money.
gold. It's fine. Maybe like he ate someone else's gold in town,
Yeah,
and then he
Maybe-
can shit it out later
maybe
Yeah.
while we're
Pebble's just
playing
rich.
blackjack. Just need some blackjack poop.
Maybe Pebble's been, doing sleight of hand checks behind our
I
back,
rolled-
stealing money from everybody.
Yeah, maybe.
A 3, a 5, and a 7 is what I rolled. So I guess I'm at 15. and then I
Okay.
roll again, and hope to God I don't bust. I guess. I know you
Okay.
guys can't see any.
Are you gonna roll again?
Yeah, I busted. I rolled an 8.
Okay.
So.
Okay, I rolled a 2 and an 8 before. I'm gonna hit. I was at 10. I'm now at 20. I got a face card. I'm gonna hold.
Nice.
All right, Tim. What
Okay.
do you got?
Rolling right now. Your boy has hit a face card, so a 10 plus a 4. I'm at 14. Got a hit. Here we go.
Hey, deal me out. I'm gonna go to the
Oh,
bathroom.
I'm at 19.
Do you need some salami and cheese?
No, it's too much salami and cheese. It's causing.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So Pebble kind of like blinks, and she's looking at both of, or she or he?
He.
He's looking at both of you right now with his eyes, because you know they're on other sides.
In one eyeball, it's like that scene in the Matrix with the pill. In one eyeball, it's just Vaughn. In the other eyeball, it's Raymond.
So you just see, so they're actually not holding anything, and then a card materializes with the side not showing, and then they unfurl their tail, and the card kind of like flips over, and for a moment you think it's a 5, but it turns into a king, and Pebble has 21.
What?
Dude,
What the fuck?
you can't make Pebble cheat in your
You
narrative.
can't,
It's
Pebble, you
Tim's
can't
pet.
turn my familiar against me.
You can't do that.
All
Okay,
right,
let me show you
fucking
something.
ignore
Let me
it.
show you.
man.
Before you have
Horseman.
anything else to say, first of all,
He can materialize gold, but he's not gonna cheat. Okay, well, why'd you fucking lie and make him seem like he's an asshole? He
Yeah.
changed
He's
a
trying
5
to
into
deter
a
you
10.
from
You can't do
gambling.
that, Bradley. You can't do that.
You can't do that. That's Tim's.
You can't do that. You can't ruin Pebble
That's
for
Pebble
everyone.
can't just. I thought Pebble was mischievous.
Everyone loves Pebble.
It's a
Everyone
familiar.
loves Pebble, Bradley.
He plays fair and he plays by the rules.
Okay, Pebble. And you know that means, haha, just kidding. Wouldn't actually change the cards. Pebble has a lot of respect for the game. You can see it in his eyes.
Yeah, he does. Gosh, I love that Pebble's so fair. Okay, you know what? You get this money, Pebble.
Why
That's
is
fair.
Pebble so polarizing for our group? I don't understand.
I don't think he is that polarizing. For
Do you? But here's the question you need to ask
you.
yourself: do you fully trust Pebble? Like, it's your familiar, but do you really know if they're capable of doing something like that or
We
not?
summoned him. He took a spear for us. Like, we trust Pebble.
I don't know if they took
Yo.
a spear for you. I think they took a spear
He's
because it worked
lawful
through
good.
them.
Yeah, Pebble's 100% lawful good. He spent too much time around me.
He's a good dude.
But can't. So he's not like a little bit mischievous. That's what I got. I mean, it's a seahorse. Seahorse is like the play.
When did you get that? In our last session, when
Okay.
did he do anything mysterious?
Imagine
or
every
flickering?
familiar ever. They're always a little bit. I mean, Pebble's got some spice.
Iago?
Yeah, Iago.
Yeah, he was a familiar. He was mischievous.
Like the one that follows Jafar, right?
Yeah.
Wait, he was a real bird. He wasn't a familiar.
Yeah, whatever. It's the same thing.
Yeah,
It's-
I
it's
guess
the
so.
same.
He's a real fucking seahorse, right?
All right, whatever. Maybe he can have a little ounciness of mysteriousness.
Hey, do you want to do something fun?
Especially now that Turk's not here. Yeah, let's do it.
I hand out. I go. We're next to trees, right?
Yeah.
That's,
We'll just
isn't
say
that what we
you
tied
are.
the horses to?
We'll just say that you're next. So we'll say that you backed up to the forest, in front of the clearing, to wait out the night or wait out the morning.
I stick my hand out, and inside is the what was it called? The staff of the pole of collapsing.
Yes.
I reach out my hand with the pole in my hand next to a tree, and I say, "Vaughn, hold on."
What am I holding on to? The pole?
My hand in the pole
Okay.
as
grab
hard
both of
as you
them.
can.
I put my hand around your wrist because it's the strongest part of your suit of armor.
And then I say, "Extend!" And the pole slams into the ground and then shoots us up 10 feet. I'm trying to get us to the top of this tree.
Oh shit. Are we?
Hang on. You should have told me about this. I try really hard while in the middle of the air to cast Featherfall, so we have a little bit more control on our fall down after we get shot up to land
It's
on the
only
tree.
10 feet. We would only take a little
It's
bit of
fucking
damage.
scary, bro. You should have told me we were gonna do this.
What are you? What are you two doing?
We're using the pole of collapsing to jump to the top of this tree. And I'm assuming there's going to be some kind of check we need to roll as this pole expands rapidly and launches us up 10 feet.
Before we do that, can I roll Featherfall to make sure that we're okay on our way down?
Are you scouting? What's the?
Yeah, he wanted to go for a ride. Here we are.
OBJ. Okay, I see.
So what the hell is going on here? So you guys are
All right.
flung into the air
So
trying
you
to
didn't
climb
like
a
us
tree.
This is what's going on. You didn't like us gambling.
I didn't say
You
that.
tried.
You guys just didn't like
turn
what
Pebble against us.
No, Pebble
So-
is mischievous by nature, and you can't control that because all familiars are mischievous. There you go.
We walked up to a tree. I wanted to try to get to the top of the tree to get a better vantage point. Just try. I'm using the pole of collapsing to try to ascend 10 feet with a single command. And I planted the staff into the ground, said the word, Tim's holding on to me, and we are rapidly extending 10 feet up.
This is some anime shit. Right now.
Are we chilling? Do I just grab the tree? Are we good?
Do we fly? Do we land on the tree? Are we at the top?
I mean,
I'm fearing for my life right
so
now.
hold on.
attached to
Are
this
you
man.
flying away from the pole?
No, it's just I'm holding on, and it's extending like in
So
the
it's 10
blink of
feet
an
up
eye,
right now.
10 feet taller.
Okay, yeah. I mean, you wouldn't be flung, so as long as you're holding on to it, which you should be able to do that fine. I mean, you just did a fucking handstand and a backflip, so yeah, you can grab the branch.
That's true. I did do that. Okay. Well, then I try to climb this tree and see if I can get a vantage point over the wall any more than what we already have.
Raymond, this
Okay.
was super fun. Next time, you don't have to bring me with you, just for the record. Okay.
No, it's good practice. A
Okay,
well-rounded wizard has good balance as well.
Do you
So-
need dancing lights or not?
Are
That's all I'm
you climbing? So you're climbing the tree then?
Yeah.
So
Except I skipped
it's
the
about
first
like
10 feet.
6-7 p.m. It's not dark. It's still broad daylight.
Oh, I should not do this. I reflect light, I imagine.
But you've already started climbing the tree, right?
I'm not near the top. We're still behind the tree.
But, so you're on the other side of the tree.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, fuck this. I was just waiting for Turk to get back.
Let's just do a short rest or whatever, and then let's run it.
We don't need-
We'll get our juices, and it'll be nighttime.
Oh,
We'll run
wow. Acorns. This was a great little trip, Raymond. Let's go down now.
That's great. I love acorns.
I
Put
love
them into
acorns.
my
As
bag.
you're climbing down the
Longboat,
tree,
We brought you acorns.
as you're climbing down the tree, you have like a couple of acorns in your hand, like a whole, like you've got like a bunch in your satchel, you've got a bunch in your hands, and you're kind of half being carried, half moving yourself as Raymond is helping you down, and you drop like half of the ones you're holding, and they just all start raining down on the log pope, like boom, 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 and just like underneath the tree, like wondering what the hell's going on.
We
Hey.
brought you some food, acorns.
Okay, I hate
picks,
it.
rumbly tumbly. Everybody knows that.
Is that a remedy from where you're from?
Yes.
I hate it. Let's sit down and do nothing else crazy, and then let's just wait for the nighttime, you guys, and then let's run it in. Thoughts?
Okay.
Okay.
That's
All right.
good.
So the sun is starting to set, and you guys are getting ready, kind of like putting your armor on, and well, I guess no one really has armor here. Stretching, getting ready for to head out, and Pebble approaches.
Yes, Pebble.
Yeah, what's up, Pebble? How are you, buddy?
Gonna
Cards appear in his tail.
Oh, Pebble
Pebble-
wants to gamble again.
Pebble wants to-
Sometimes
Pebble-
Bradley says we gamble too much. I think we should listen. Also, you cheated, and I don't like that.
As you say that Pebble cheated, it immediately like shifts towards you, and the cards disappear, and it has like this guilty look.
Oh. Why are you turning Pebble against us?
Well, Pebble should learn the difference between right and wrong.
I don't like this. This roleplay's gone too far.
Well,
Pebble's a nice boy.
technically Pebble didn't cheat.
All right, Pebble, you didn't cheat.
He was
But
trying to
I'm-
fake us out by giving us
I'm
the thought that we
keeping
were
my
mine.
eye on you, Pebble, and I get uncomfortably close to his eyes like I do with everybody else and stare him down.
And the seahorse's tail just like curls up really tight, and it kind of like it's a little bit intimidated. And now it's nightfall. So you guys made like a tiny fire, but it's nothing that the orcs could see. You've been really careful about not drawing any attention. And now it is pitch black outside.
Our original plan was to sneak in the middle of the night, right? That's what we were
Yeah.
hoping to do.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I'm guessing I have to lead because I'm the only one with night vision.
True.
how long
Which
is
is
your night
scary.
vision? How far can you see?
Let
60
me.
feet?
Dark vision. You can see in darkness, shades of gray, up to 60 feet.
Okay.
So we were 300 feet away. So I guess we go ahead and start our hike. I will lead.
Which side would you like
yeah.
to approach?
Which side are we on the map?
So we
You could be
think-
anywhere. You're very far away, so you could approach from any direction on the northern side of the shrine.
Oh gosh, I'm looking around the entire thing. Let me zoom out. There's like the entrance on the top. There's like a little cubby hole on the left. I imagine the entrance would be watched a little bit more severely. Is there a way for us to go in the back and kind of look around on the left side?
Follow you.
You could approach from the sides if you wanted to.
Okay, let's approach from the left, and then worst case scenario, we'll make our way up. Yeah, let's
Sure.
do that. What do I ping? How do I ping again in this thing?
We can't yet. I
Do
think.
orcs have dark vision? Does anyone know?
I don't know. I don't think so.
I'm not asking in a metagaming way. I'm asking how do orc eyeballs work kind of way. I don't know about orcs.
I could. There's like a encyclopedia or something I can roll for, right? I did that already last week.
Orcs carry torches and stuff, so I assume they can't see shit, just like the rest of us. Right?
That's a good point. I like that.
Yeah.
Well, that's
you
very
should-
astute, Logpoke.
Do you have a way to roll
Thank you.
on like monster knowledge? Is that a thing that you could do?
Now, what Tim did last week was a religion check.
Religion. Yeah.
There's nothing similar for enemies. But the torch is actually a really fucking good point, and I didn't even think of that.
Logpope's so smart. We didn't even know it.
So we should definitely try to avoid torchlight if at all possible.
Okay.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's the middle of the night, so.
Yeah.
So you just tell me, like, just ping like where you want to approach, and I'll
We
How
try.
do I
can't
ping?
ping. We can't ping.
You can't ping.
We're
Okay,
not-
you just explain it then. So you want to approach on the left
Left
side, you
far
said,
left. The far left.
We want to see what's going on.
like northern
first,
left, southern left,
Center left, mostly.
central left. Okay.
Center left. Yeah.
All right. So I'm gonna put you guys on the map.
Bradley's chat said we could do nature or survival checks to maybe rack our brain about knowledge we might have of the orcs.
That's exactly where I wanted to be. Okay.
What do we see?
Well, you're not technically here yet. I'm just putting your guys' things on the map.
So
Oh,
I can see up to 60 feet, and each of these squares is 5 feet, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
I should be
so
able to see.
so this is like placeholders. You guys aren't actually here yet on the map. It doesn't go any further to the left, and I have to like move my camera. 'cause
Okay.
Having
Gotcha.
stuff on the left hand side is kind of weird for
Gotcha.
me. I actually need to move this over like that. Okay. So you guys are just gonna slowly approach, I'm assuming, right?
Yeah.
So the way you would have to
'Cause
do this-
I'm nervous. I have no health.
You're the
want
only
us to
person
do
with
a
vision
stealth
right now.
check?
We're right behind you. You're
Yeah.
good.
So you guys are actually both like basically holding on to his back, or like, you know, the back of his satchel or something like that, because you cannot see a single thing. It's only Von Dernflip who's able to see, and he just sees like, he doesn't see color. He just sees shades of black and gray. So he doesn't actually discern everything about it. It's still a little bit blurry, but he can make out the general figures of the lay of the land. And as you guys are slowly approaching, about 60 feet away, you see an orc. Hold on, let me make sure.
So are these, is this ruin or this town or whatever, is it not lit up at all? Is it totally dark on the inside as well?
There are some lights coming from no, actually, there isn't any light. There's no light at all. Complete
Raymond
darkness.
Logpope, I see an orc to the north of us. Maybe one of you, I tell you to move right in front of me to the left, and I'm like, hey, just stand here in case it starts moving
We'll
towards
just
us.
say that you're like
Yeah.
60 feet away. And now,
Is
and-
he,
as
Sorry.
he's looking at this orc, the orc isn't looking in your direction. He doesn't seem to be like aware of anybody around, and he seems to be turning. Actually, I can actually turn him. Hold on a second. He seems to be looking in this direction, having some sort of conversation.
Okay.
Okay. So if we want to avoid combat, guys, there's some orcs to the north of us. Maybe we keep moving our way down south and try to survey the area a little bit better. So I want to move into the area, but head south. So I'm gonna like show you where I want to go, like this.
Okay. So it's tricky because this isn't exactly 60 feet, but as
What
you
if we came to exactly where our characters are right now? First of all, and then see everything around us.
you wouldn't want to do that. You want to approach the situation slowly, I would say. As you did just spot an orc. Well, you didn't, but Von Dermflit did spot an orc at the maximum of his vision range. So if I could let's see, if I could place you in a spot here, it would be like you guys would not even be technically on the screen yet, and then Von Dermflip would be here. We'll just say that's 60 feet. So if I gave you 60 feet in vision in all directions, it'd be something like this.
Yeah.
Can you
that's
clarify
already
what
fine.
this rock stuff is in front of us? Is that just debris?
That's the base of the tower. Oh, the like on the ground.
Yeah.
That is the ruined remains of what used to be the wall that surrounded the shrine.
So is it still like structurally a wall, or is it just rocks?
Can we walk
Yeah,
on
there's
it?
just rocks on the ground.
So we can walk on it. Like if I want to, I can.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
technically-
You would reduce your movement speed by half because it's
rough terrain?
rough terrain. But you can
Okay.
walk over it if you want to.
All right. Well,
Okay.
then I think we should head this way.
Lead
and
the
then try
way.
to hug
Okay,
the
so-
wall.
Hold on. It's really hard because you would basically be hugging the edge here, and
Okay.
we'll just assume that's 60 feet. So
Alright.
as you move down, you see what looks to be like another orc just idly sitting there.
Oh, this place
his
is
back to you.
just loaded in orcs, guys.
I think we can take him.
Yeah,
I
I
ain't
know
scared.
you
Log
pretty good
puppet
at
ain't scared. You know me.
taking these fights. Yeah, that's true.
I think we can clap him up.
I
We
I
can
think
do a
yeah.
couple things. Maybe I can like try to snipe a couple with magic abilities and get them picked off, and then when they move towards us, we can just pick them off one by one.
that anything we do right now, we should try to be discreet.
Yeah.
We don't want to. We've already seen 3 orcs in here. We don't know how many more, and
Do you
we
have
don't.
any? Sorry, go ahead.
We don't want them to start yelling and like
Right.
form up and overwhelm us.
Do you have any quiet spells, Vaughn? Do you have any
Um,
anything that would like?
Nothing that
take
would
out a
like
guy?
instantly one kill something. That's the problem. The last time we fought orcs, it took a couple of spells, usually a hit as well. I'm thunderous and loud, or I have like magic missiles, right? And those magic missiles,
Right.
I assume, with my twirling and light particles, would bring a lot
Yeah.
of information over.
Yeah, that would be really bright.
Yeah. Hmm.
Great. Let's keep looking around then. Let's.
Hey, fucking Pebbles literally already demonstrated it has good sleight of hand. That's a dexterity thing. So is stealth. Maybe Pebble could survey the area for us.
Yeah.
He's
Well,
gonna-
we can send 'em
that's
in.
a
It's
recipe
But does-
for
but does-
javelin to the face of Pebble. Do you understand?
Does Pebble have dark
Moon's been
vision, though?
looking
Because
forward
that's
to
important.
this.
We'll just have to
Don't.
resummon him if we lose him. If we want
Does
to.
Pebble have dark vision? The ocean's dark as fuck. He has dark vision, 100%.
I don't think he does.
100%, dude.
Okay, so here's what I'm thinking, party members. We can either.
Okay, it does have dark vision.
Oh, nice. We can either send Pebble in and just be willing to sacrifice him and just be like, hey, Pebble.
We're not sacrificing anything. We just want him. We want him to get information, not die for the
Oh, yeah,
information.
it's not like I'm like going in and fucking die. It's just like I'm prepared. I'm prepared that if you die, we'll make sure to
Pebbles
bring you back.
listening to this conversation is like,
Got a Pebble.
Just like if we lose Pebble, we can bring him back. I can't bring you guys back, right? That's just how it is. Or we can come down here, and I'm just gonna show you visually. I'm not saying I'm doing this. We can hug this wall, make our way over, and just try to pick off people slowly but surely. And then once we have the orcs coming towards us, at least we have a wall to like barricade ourselves so we don't get flanked. But I don't know. And if they get too far on us, I have to find a way to push them back. Like, we could battle our way out of here Logpope style. But it's just like, do we want to take them on with a hammer, or do we want to try and be meticulous?
We can take down a couple before we start the big fight, I guess.
Do any of you have like stealth
should
kills or anything? Like, is that a thing? Like backstabbing animations? Like, is that a thing for you guys?
It's more of a thing for rogues. They get sneak attack. But if we sneak up on someone and they don't see us and we attack, we get the surprise round where they can't do anything. And then we roll initiative. So we might be able to attack a creature multiple times before
you can alert.
And if we kill him before their turn, does it alert? Is that like our game plan?
I mean,
mean,
it
I guess
depends on what you
someone-
would use.
Okay.
Right.
So
depends
like,
how
how
you did it.
loud we are. It depends if there's other orcs nearby. Like, there could be 7 orcs by this dude at the southeast of us. We don't know. We just barely see him.
so your boy here, me, I do have a small knife, but like my strength check is horrible. But I feel like any of my spells are going to be loud, so I would have to like shank them and then you guys finish them. Like that's
That's
the
fine.
game plan.
Good. A wizard should be well-rounded.
Well-rounded wizard.
Uh,
That's right.
if this asshole turns around and hits me, I got 20 HP. So I'm just saying, guys.
Is
Is
Have
this
a
like,
mage
is this
armor
like
on
the
yourself.
meme where the
Dude.
wizard takes off his robe and he's just like ripped as fuck and he's just like, I'll handle this, don't worry, guys.
Tim, what's your AC?
11.
Mage armor yourself, my
Mage
dude.
armor up as well.
Okay. All right. So let's mage armor, and then I guess we're gonna go with the stealthy approach and try to kill them off before they alert everybody.
But we should keep looking to the south. I think we should do.
I
like
agree.
A full
I'm just ready
circle.
I'm ready to start moving in and picking people off. So let's
Okay.
let's go down and look here, and then we'll cast mage
Hold on,
armor.
don't move anybody yet.
Maybe I'll do mage armor now because it lasts 4 hours, right?
8 hours.
8 hours. Yeah. Can I just cast a mage armor real quick,
Yeah.
Moon?
Yeah, you can cast mage armor.
I cast mage armor on myself.
It
What-
does make you a bit not glowy, but like shimmery in a way. So you
Okay.
imagine that you would stand out a slight bit more if you were moving around with mage armor.
Put some robes on or something. Do you have anything to put on
I'm
top of that?
currently wearing robes.
I think the
already.
armor, the mage armor, like envelops.
Yeah,
his
it
whole body,
envelops
I
your
think.
form.
Damn. Can't cover that up.
What
Okay.
I have a bag of sand. What if I like do the mage armor and put the sand on my like maybe the sand dulls it a little bit. I'm just trying.
You sprinkle
Okay,
sand on yourself.
Let's move forward. You know what? Fuck that idea. That was a bad idea. That's my brain. Let's move in.
Okay, so you guys are moving closer.
Yeah, we're gonna move
Yeah.
closer this way. We're trying to survey
Or
the
you-
area. And
where
find a way to
exactly
move
do you
in.
want to go?
We're moving out to this corner.
Okay,
we're
so you're
just
gonna
checking out
use
the
that
area.
to line of sight that orc and move around the
Correct.
corner, right?
Yeah.
Okay, you can do that.
Who wants to? I mean, Vaughn, this is all you, dude. This is your mission right now. We can't see shit.
Yeah. Do we see anything? No. If so.
No,
we see
I mean
moving
you
this way?
you use that as line of sight. So are you gonna go below? Is that the plan?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm moving up.
upper
I'm
end.
trying to get like some kind of advantage because I just want to get information. That's all I'm trying to get right now for everybody. I'm not trying
Okay.
to start a fight.
So
Just trying to look.
you're slowly moving around, and Logpope and Raymond are right behind you. So yeah, you guys can move. And as you turn the corner, so 10.
Dun, dun.
We'll just say that how far is it? Okay, so 10, 20, 30,
60.
40. See
Good. This is good. This is good.
about this.
Why is my thigh so tight right now? Holy shit. I'm so scared.
And that orc is facing this tower that we're line of sighting.
Oh.
Do we?
Is that a tower that I can climb up to and like look over and get a vantage point on this left side here?
That's what the other one was.
Yeah, this one was a tower. I see, like,
No,
an
they're
entrance.
collapsed. So this is essentially, it's like 2 of the walls have collapsed. We'll just say that you know that. Okay.
Okay.
We'll give you like vision here, and we'll say that you peeked around this corner and you can kind of see inside.
Gotcha.
So
We have
it's
no idea
just
if it's
the
gonna work here.
floor. It's basically ground level. There's just some rocks in there, and you can see the orc through like a really small crack. You imagine if you walked in, he would have pretty clear vision of you, and he is kind of looking in that direction. He's like sitting down. He's got his weapon in front of him, and a small. It's not a small fire, but just an arrangement of like food and random personal effects around him that he seems to be interested in. But you can't really make
Anyone
out everything
around
through the little crack.
Do we see anything around him at all? Anyone? No.
No, this is all you can see right now.
I
Okay.
have an idea.
What's the idea?
I could sneak up onto this orc and
Mhm.
fucking grapple him, cover his mouth while I'm grappling him, and bring him back to where we're standing right now.
You could do that. I was wondering if I like put out a dancing light, would they come investigate it? And then we can jump them as 3?
They could alert as well. I like the
Yeah.
grapple.
Let's
plan.
grapple then. Do it. You gotta roll for
Is-
that shit though.
Is the orc facing the way that he's going right now?
Yep.
You gotta
Okay.
You
go
would
back.
have to sneak around.
Yeah. Go
So
back to
I'm
the-
at this corner. I would like to attempt to stealth behind.
You, by the way, you are completely blind. You have no dark vision.
Should I
We
go with
should
him
be
and say,
with them.
log
You
Yeah,
can see
we
about
should
1
both
foot in
be
front of
with
your
them.
face.
I think.
Why don't we just like sneak up and try to kill him then here?
Yeah, yeah. I think we all go.
If we're
And fuck 'em up.
completely fucking blind, like,
Like the
Would
only
I-
reason you know where to go right now is you can see about 5 feet in front of you, and the only reason you know where to go is because Von Durnflip is leading you, and you're like holding on to him physically.
God, he really stressed this going and night thing, and it's really difficult now. Would
alright.
that incur disadvantages in combat since our visibility is so limited?
If you're in melee range, no.
Okay.
Like, you can make out enough of like, so you have about 5 feet of vision. So you could see if you're right next to them.
Okay.
I say we all sneak up right here, and then just do a coordinated attack and try to take him out.
Agreed. Let's do it.
Are we all
Good
rolling
light.
stealth checks then? Let's do it.
Do we have to stealth check it?
100% we would have to stealth check it. With advantage though, right, Bradley? Because this motherfucker can't see in the dark either.
Hold on.
Or maybe he can. I don't know. We just think he can. That was our theory. Because of the torches.
He's looking at a book. I don't like that. This is.
I don't
never good
either.
news. You
He's
find
probably-
some bullshit in there. And then
Okay, hold on, I need like to use this as a bookmark. Okay.
You
All
take
right.
your time.
So you guys are just gonna like how are you gonna do this?
Theory, working theory now. Let me know if I'm wrong, guys. Is we want to move up. I'm just showing you visually.
Yes,
all
this
three of
is
us behind him.
all hypothetically.
Hypothetical
Yeah.
movement here, guys.
Hypothetically,
Yeah.
we're all 3 moving up here, and then we want to simultaneously try to knock him out before we can alert anyone.
Yeah, we have a hand signal ready. I'll do the
I'm gonna
hand
knife
signal.
him. Yeah.
Okay. So if you guys moved, okay, stop.
Pebble has to come
If
with.
you moved here, Trick. So as you approach this corner, hold on, I need to do some counting. 1,
Listening?
2. You would
Oh,
see.
yeah, you would see more of the courtyard.
All of this.
Oh.
but they don't
I wish
see
you
us.
saw that earlier. That would have saved a lot of talking.
Yeah, but like, yeah, we can still knock this guy out. Hopefully, he won't learn.
So you guys are like all like Scooby Doo peeking around the corner right now.
Yeah, we're all like walking together like Scooby Doo along the wall.
And
all three of us
as
do
you
simultaneously
peek the
try to kill
corner,
him.
you notice these orcs, and Pebble's kind of like nonchalantly behind you, like not paying attention. Pebble turns the corner and turns its eye towards the orc and makes like a scared squeak.
Yeah.
And then you hear
I'm
a
like-
grunt in the distance as one of the orcs turns towards you.
But we don't think they can see, right?
Yeah, like the plan is
He
still.
starts
effective
squinting in
control.
your direction, and he seems a bit confused. You're very like hidden right now. You're like just peeking around the corner, but he seems like he might be able to spot something, and so he's definitely looking in your direction. He's starting to walk towards you to investigate.
We could,
Okay.
Fucking horse. Let's go down here. What do we think?
Wait a minute.
Visually
If we-
showing. Let's go here and bait him in.
Yeah,
and then
that's
we
what I'm
can
saying,
take him
like-
out. Cacao.
If movement speed is slowed here, they have to run towards us, and I can just be pelting them down with spells, and then you guys just hold the line, and then once they come over with the movement speed, like they lose advantage and stuff, right? Like you fuck
I
them up.
love it. Wait, use the rough terrain.
Use the rough terrain, they're gonna have
Yeah.
a hard time getting over it, right?
Okay.
And as you guys are making this plan, the orc is like slowly. He hasn't alerted anyone else, but he's slowly approaching, and he's like almost right around the corner at this point, slowly making his way towards you guys.
I hate this orc.
Do you have a plan for what you're gonna do when he turns the corner?
This is all you, Vaughn. I can't. We have to go off what you think. We can't see it.
You can hear him climbing over the rubble around the corner.
All right, you two need to move up here and start to hold this line. The moment this guy comes around, I'm just gonna unleash a cantrip on him.
So you guys are all
And
playing
we're
like
going
an
to
angle
fight.
right now, to where like when he turns
We're
the corner, he'll
playing an
see
angle.
all of you at the same time, right?
We're
Yeah.
playing Valorant right now.
Okay,
I
you're
got
all
my
you're all
barrel
holding
ready.
angles. Okay.
Yep.
You hear some clunking of the rocks.
Okay,
And,
as he's coming over, I step out and try to grapple him.
Okay.
It's my strength versus his strength.
Do a strength check.
Oh.
That's a fucking natural 1.
Okay.
Oh no.
So the orc is climbing over, and he turns the corner, and he clearly, like, you can tell he's noticed everyone. Like, he glances at everyone very quickly, and he goes to make a noise. So you reach out with your glove, and you, like, try to grab him by the throat, Raymond. But you kind of, like, slip forward and fall into him. And he's kind of, like, backing up, and he falls forward, and you haven't really grappled him yet. You're kind of, like, struggling around the corner, so it's not immediately obvious to the other orcs around, but you're having a struggle, and you're basically right next to the log pope.
I will jump in, and I will also try to grapple. I also have that move, I believe.
You do.
I got
And you're very
this.
strong.
Okay,
Yeah.
you can roll.
Right. Let's do strength check. Was
Yep.
it?
That's much better.
18.
Oh, this is so much better.
Okay, so Raymond is like struggling to like stop all noise. You're kind of like more so grabbing his mouth and his throat, trying to like stop any alert that he could give. There is like a bit of scraping on the rocks, but he was already making that kind of noise when he was walking in that direction. So you think that maybe you're all right. And Log Pope immediately leaps in, like he's been in some brawls before, jumps in, immediately grabs him by the throat and starts choking the life out of him. And you're both just holding him down noiselessly. Do another strength check.
And do 8.
You're not quite able to suffocate him silently. But
Yeah,
he's
that
silent,
works.
but you're not able to suffocate him, so you're gonna need something additional. But he's
I don't-
definitely fully restrained.
I don't
walk
think
with
a
my dagger and
grapple.
stab this.
I don't think a grapple is about knocking him out. I think it's about just holding him so he can't
Yeah.
do anything.
Yeah.
Grappling pin, it says. Yeah.
Well, he's pinned and he
So-
can't.
If we can, if you succeeded in that strength check, which it sounds like you did, we should be able to move him back this way and just bludgeon him while you're holding it. Like you.
Well, because
So
you
Log
both
Pope-
are on him. Basically, I had him roll for to basically smother him.
Okay.
But that didn't work, and so yeah, you have control of him, and he's not able to make any noise really.
Shank him, Bond. Shank
right-
him. Yeah.
Right now,
Get the
you're
dagger.
basically holding
we
his
can
limbs.
move. We
Can
can
I roll
move.
for shanking?
We can move. Move out
Yeah,
of
yeah,
line
Yeah,
of sight.
move him. Yeah, okay.
Okay, so
I'll
you're
get-
I'll get him out of the
you're
way.
moving the orc around the corner.
Yes.
Do a stealth check, Raymond, because you guys are all walking over this rubble and dragging a corpse. And so what you're doing is you're kind of like lifting up his legs, and Log Pope has got him in like an arm lock where his mouth is being covered as well, like from behind. So he's got him like this with his arms like not able to do anything, and he can't like make any noises. And you're holding his legs, but you're carrying the brunt of the body. So I need you to do a stealth check.
Okay, stealth check.
Oof.
Wait.
Wait, it's good.
Yeah.
Why did it show 2 numbers?
I don't know.
I think I rolled a natural 20.
You rolled natural 20.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Well, that's very different from the last roll I
yeah,
did.
that's very different. Okay, so you know that like lives are at stake, and in your mind you're always aware of Vaughn's protection. That's like your main priority, is protecting Vaughn, make sure he's safe. And you know that if we alert all these orcs, he could be in danger. So with your new chainmail, you're able to just expertly manage this orc's body. They're not able to move at all. You're washing your feet. You can barely see 2 feet in front of you, but you're taking the lightest steps possible, and you're slowly moving him around the corner, and you haven't made any additional noise. It doesn't seem like anyone else is alerted in the area.
On, cut his throat.
Well, we have 2 options. I can try to stab him, but I don't think I will have enough to like do enough damage to kill him because it took
Cut his throat.
a few hits last time. Or I could message him and be like, dude, if you say anything, we're gonna have to kill you, and maybe he'll just run away.
Cut his throat.
Just cut him. Okay. I equip my knife. I put my staff away and bring out my knife instead, and then I go for a stab. What do I have to roll to do?
Are you going
That.
for a stab? Like you're just gonna stab him?
Cut his
Yeah,
throat.
well, that's what you do with
We
a
have
dagger,
his
right?
mouth closed,
It's
right?
it's a little baby
Yeah,
knife.
so
It's a small knife.
you guys are like this over his face, and his limbs are being held. He has like some slight arm movements that are available to him, but he almost can hardly do anything.
All right, so I guess I stab him with a small knife.
Okay, so as this is gonna get dark, as the Longcloak is holding him with like his bulging muscles and just like keeping him absolutely still and like trying to cover it up, you take your knife and you reach out in between his arms and just start just stabbing him all over, and you just see the holes that you've punctured in his armor like start to leak blood as like he's shaking and convulsing
Is it
violently.
okay if I cry? I'm really horrified of this scene.
Yeah, yeah, you can cry.
Yeah,
Blood the whole time, dude.
I'm stabbing him.
Okay, you shouldn't cry out too loud.
I put my mouth.
So like
over-
you're
or my
holding
mouth.
back your tears, and
Okay.
you've never really killed someone in this way, so this is like very different than what you're
brutal.
used to. And you just keep stabbing and stabbing. You've stabbed him at least 30 times now. He's not really like convulsing as much, and you can see the life is starting to fade from his body. Logpope's arms kind of like release on him, and he slowly like slumps to the ground. And you're still stabbing him.
Yeah, I'm just looking at Vaughn. Like,
I'm like, Raymond, this is fucking scary, dude. And I look
Blood
at my
is
logbook,
splashing
he's like,
onto your
"Yes."
face.
I don't think we're talking. I think you're
No
still
one's
stabbing him,
talking
dude.
right now. You're
Oh,
literally just
nice.
continually stabbing him. He stopped moving about like 5 seconds ago, and everyone's released him. He's just on the ground, and you're stabbing him. Blood is
I
just
reach
starting to
out
flick all over your
grab,
face.
I reach out to grab your wrist. Vaughn, that's enough. That's enough. That's enough.
Are we sure? Are we sure? I just want to make sure we're safe, man. At first, I was terrified, but towards the end, it felt kind of good.
No, that was good. You did good. I thought that was well rounding.
That was good.
Good
You
for
like
them.
that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was
Alright.
smiling and like nodding the whole time you were doing it.
And I'm just like,
Should we do that again?
He's developing a taste for orcish blood. Oh no.
We could, like,
Yeah,
Pebble
let's
to
do
bake
it.
one over or something, you know?
Pebbles.
oh, now you're sacrificing Pebble? Before it was too
No,
soon.
Pebble's like a
Before it was
bait.
too much.
Pebbles-
We couldn't possibly sacrifice Pebble.
You notice that Pebbles is kind of like hiding from you at this point in time, like around the corner. It's got like some really big distance, and is like you imagine their eyes are somehow even wider than they were before, even though they have no eyelids.
Don't worry, guys. Pebble's watching the flank. What a smart little guy.
Let's
Uh,
grab
She's just
this
staring,
OG
or
guy.
he's just staring directly at you, Vaughn.
Is there any loot on this body or anything?
Just orcish shield and an orcish sword.
Oh, I have an idea.
We can wear a skin.
Wait, have we? Wait.
What?
Were we
What?
supposed to loot? like,
Yeah,
we've
were we
never
supposed to
picked
loot?
up any
We've never
orc
looted
gear
anything.
before.
Yeah, you never have.
Oh my god!
God.
What the fuck is
I didn't know
wrong
this
with
was RuneScape. We can loot stuff?
I mean, you can definitely try.
Okay. Let's investigate
Okay.
his body. Do I roll for investigation?
I mean, it's just a dead body. I wouldn't imagine you need to roll. Well,
Okay.
he's got a chainmail on him that's completely covered in blood with lots of. I mean, it's unusable. It has a
Okay.
bunch of holes in it.
that you did?
He's just got like some leather loincloth on, a small wooden shield, and like an orcish sword that is pretty blunt. You do manage to find 2 gold pieces on him and 5 silver pieces.
Hey.
Money.
Okay.
More gambling
I have-
money.
I have an idea with this orc that is in front of this collapsed tower. We probably don't want to fight him in that courtyard because we could see 2 other orc in there.
Mhm.
I have this staff of expanding. It goes
Are
up
you
to
gonna
10
put the orc's
feet.
head on it until we're gonna yell, "Come over here," in Orcish?
No? Do you know Orcish?
We could fake it. We heard him grunting. We got Logpope. He's basically an orc. In the thought
I
process.
can't do orc. No. I got giant. If we need that. I think we do the
we can
same
do like some
move.
grunts.
Okay,
we do
so
the professional gamer move again, man. Grapple.
let me
get
tell
him
you what
back
my
here.
let me tell you what
Stop,
my
stop.
plan was. Let me tell you what it was.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm gonna extend the staff and try to push this guy. This is all for theory crafting purposes.
Okay.
So I'm pushing this guy into here with the staff extended at 10 feet. You know what I mean? I'm just gonna try to shove him inside, and then you guys could.
Okay, I'll catch him at the other side and grapple him. That's not a bad idea. We'll get him out of the way.
These plans sound flawless, honestly.
That's I don't see a single way this could go wrong.
I'm literally just gonna try to shove him into the collapsed tower, and then you guys gang up on him. What do you think?
Okay. I'll get ready around the corner.
So you're going.
and-
So you're going to stand in the middle of that courtyard and push him into the tower.
Yeah,
I'm going to
for
very
theory crafting. We're gonna set up here, right? And he's gonna push him into us
yeah,
from behind.
and I'm gonna stealthily make my way around with perfect stealth, like I know I can do. Stand here, shove him with the staff.
Okay, you can certainly try that.
Okay, do
Okay,
I stealth
I'll-
check first?
I'll say here, Logpope, you take that corner.
Okay,
Yeah.
so your plan is to move from here to here, push him into the tower.
Yep.
No, my plan is to stay exactly where I am, right, or maybe one more step. The staff extends 10 feet. I'm gonna
But it extends in a
Use the
straight line.
Yeah,
yes,
that
in a
angle's
straight
weird.
line. So no, the angle's fine. So I'm standing here. The staff extends out this way, and I'm just gonna rotate the staff hard to slap this guy in the back and get him
Like
into
baseball
the.
style.
So
I
you
see.
so
Yeah.
you're gonna like do one of these. So you're gonna your arm is gonna be here, is what you're saying, and
He's
then
going for a home run.
and it's gonna. Okay.
Yeah,
Are you wait?
So
Are you gonna hit
using
him?
the leverage of the 10-foot pole to really get a lot of momentum to make him
So
stumble
are you
into
like
the tower.
lancing him, or are you like smacking him?
Not lancing at all. It's like I'm holding one edge close to me, extending the other one out, and I'm rotating hard like a baseball
Okay. All right. I can give that to you, I guess.
bat to shove him.
Okay. So theoretically, that's the plan.
Theoretically, that's
All
the
right,
plan. First things first, I'm going from here to here with a stealth check.
Okay. Roll.
Walter, your brain. I love how it works. It's so interesting.
I've played a lot of Divinity in my day.
You can roll for your stealth check.
I'm working on it, sorry.
Okay.
I liked my plan of putting his head on the pole.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a fucking
Grunting.
19! Let's go!
Nice. Okay.
So as you're stepping over the rocks, you kind of memorize their placement, and you turn the corner. The orc that's in front of you does not notice you at all. He seems to be like humming or something, like, and you're kind of glancing off to your left, and as you're doing so, you see nothing because you have no vision at all right now. But you do
Wait,
hear and some shuffling off
What direction?
in this direction.
Oh.
So they could probably... Wait, I rolled a 19! They don't see shit! What do you... They're just talking to themselves, right? That doesn't mean it's for me.
It sounded like movement.
They can move into each other. I don't give a fuck. How do I push this guy? How do we want to do it?
You can roll an athletics check for that, but that's a pretty complicated move.
yeah, but you're nimble. You just got the new
It's
suit
a
on around.
fucking 18, my dude.
Let's go.
Okay, two things happen. So first of all, you pull off your miraculous move. You take your pole of expanding, which extends 10 feet. Okay, and you do like this spinning move, and as you're spinning, it's expanding, and it hits the orc right in the back, flings him in prone position in front of everyone. It was masterfully done. And as you're doing it, the momentum carries you to here, and you're sitting there thinking, "Wow, that's amazing." As you're doing this motion,
real quick with my cantrip, and I say that's amazing for him, so he doesn't have to think it. So
Okay.
It was amazing.
as the orc is like kind of skidding. So the orc was sent skidding because it's a 10-foot pole. He skids into the room, and he's just sliding. And he kind of like glances up and sees the hairy, muscular legs of the log pope in front of him. Before anyone can make any actions, though,
Okay.
the noise of the movement has grown very loud, and you can hear armor and clinking behind you and grunting as what you imagine is two orcs approaching you from behind. But they haven't quite reached you yet. This is right after you've just finished pushing the other orc away. You imagine they've seen the whole thing.
Hey guys, I think they have dark vision.
Okay. So we should kill this one in front of us then, and then get Raymond to come back to us and kind of hold this front door. And it looks like we're about to have a battle.
Okay. Let me
Okay.
smash this
So-
guy.
So you guys get
How is-
you
this
would
is a
all get a free
surprise
action
round,
on the
right?
one that got pushed into you guys first.
Okay.
I'll give you that.
Okay.
Should I
While
roll
Raymond
for
decides what he
damage?
wants to do.
Or should I roll
Yeah,
for hit or damage
roll
or what?
roll
what
for
should
hit.
I do?
So you
I'm
can
just
roll with
gonna
advantage.
Just smash into his head
Okay.
while he's on the ground.
Roll to hit with advantage.
14.
That's both your rolls?
My
Yeah,
roll.
the best one.
I'm rolling for advantage, right? So I roll twice.
Yep. Are you gonna? Yeah. Well, it depends what you do, though. Are you gonna cast? a spell, or are you gonna-
I'm just doing my cantrip, fireball. Oh, so I don't have to roll for that because I have it memorized, right? I'm doing
No,
fireball.
you roll for damage. You still have to roll to hit with it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I rolled.
Did I hit, by the way? with
Yeah.
my
You can roll for
14 or
damage.
what? Okay.
Uh,
5.
All right.
is that a 6 I rolled?
Yeah, that was a 6 to hit.
Okay, so that was my first one. And I'm rolling for advantage because obviously one better than a 6, right? That was a 24.
Holy shit.
And now I roll for the damage. Sorry,
Yeah. Now you roll
another
for
one.
damage.
2.
We'll give you 3 just because you know. We'll say you hit for 3 just because you got a really high hit to hit roll. Okay. So as he's sliding into the room, he kind of like he looks up, and then you just take your log and you just go like right where his head was. He does kind of like move his head, but you definitely like get some momentum crushed into his head, and his ear has just been completely smashed. So he's very disorientated. And as you're doing that, you sent a fireball at him, right, Vaughn?
Fire bolt.
Fire bolt. So you just whoosh, you just shoot it out of your wrist like Spider-Man would, and you just whoosh, like a stream of lava just go, and it singes his armor and kind of like bleeds through his all his clothes, and you can see that like he's part of his rib showing. You've like melted pretty deep into him, and he's still just on the ground, unable to really act, and so that's gonna be 8 damage.
Okay.
He's still alive.
Yeah, I think
Yep.
he's still alive.
Okay,
Now,
I'm gonna
Raymond,
back up.
what would you like to do?
I'm gonna back up. I want to roll to hit that guy. I'm gonna try, cause he's on the ground still. I have an advantage on, hit, right?
Yes.
Chance to hit. Okay, so I rolled a 20
Nice.
Wow, my rolls are high today.
Good dice today.
Okay, that hits.
And then the damage is 6.
Okay. So you're running because you know that you're being followed and you're not sure how
Yep.
close they are, and you can hear them running behind you. So you're just running and you've got your shield up in front of you, and you just do this crazy move where you're like you leap. It's almost like you're leaping to a like a plate in baseball or something like that instead of sliding, and you like jump and you land and you just bring down your mace with you, and like the orc is you know, he's injured, he's getting up, he's kind of like only focusing in that direction, he's not even aware that you're behind him, and you just completely hit him in the back of the neck and just crush his spine and immediately sever the life from his body with one hit, and he's donezo.
Okay, and as I'm running forward, I've only moved 5 feet. These guys haven't moved at all.
They're in the process of chasing you, so you're not exactly sure where they are, but they're not right next to you.
The Pope and Vaughn have not moved yet. They will go
okay.
stationary. I'm going to, as I do that leap forward and smash his fucking head into the ground, I'm going to go, run, 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 and try to make my way out to the corner.
Wait, do we want to run? I feel like we want to hold this choke.
I mean, we could hold this choke just as fine. If we hold this one, it's difficult for me and the Pope.
I think the outside choke is better.
Okay, let's run.
Because of the,
So 5, 10, 15, 20. This is my max movement here. I can stand here.
Okay. I'll let you guys move. Yeah, you guys can all move.
I'll sit around here.
Okay. And
Everyone
just as you
roll
guys
up.
get into position, the orcs burst in, see their deceased comrade on the floor, and are both rearing to attack you guys. I'm trying to like move this orc. He doesn't really seem to have the capability of turning. There we go.
That orc in particular doesn't have dark vision.
Yeah, he's a little bit, you know. He's not the smartest orc, and orcs aren't generally smart. Okay, so
Initiative?
Huh?
We should roll initiative now.
Or,
That was all surprise round.
Yep. Yep, you guys, let's all roll for initiative.
Okay.
Alright. 2.
21.
Wow.
21?
Well, I got a natural 20 plus 1.
What gives you bonus to initiative?
Just
Dex?
plus 1 on my initiative.
Dex
Yeah.
gives? Okay. Alright.
I rolled a 7. But it's Tim with 21, Turk with 2, and me with 7.
So I guess I go first, right?
Hold on.
Well, we don't know what they rolled.
Okay. What was your spelling?
7.
Okay, got it. You would be moving first, Tim, or Von Dernflip.
Okay, so I'm gonna open up with a level 2 magic missile. This is going to cast 4 times, so I roll 4 times. I'm going to aim for the left orc and try to one-shot him. So let's see what happens.
Okay.
Have you ever focused 4 bolts into one person
No.
before?
And it seemed like it took him 3. The first orc 3 hits, and that was with our advantage. So I'm assuming I might be able to do this. Let's see if we can do it. 1. I did a roll.
So 11 damage.
4, 8, yep, 11 damage. So all 4 magic
Jesus.
missiles on the left orc.
So you have your staff in your hand, and you don't twirl it, but you kind of like spin it in your hands as you're like chanting and
New move I'm
focusing
trying.
energy. Huh?
New move I'm trying.
Yeah.
The spin.
You're really trying a lot of different things out as you cast. And you slowly level the staff, which Raymond immediately catches in the corner of his eye. He knows the drill, and he kind of like moves to the side because you're obviously aiming in between. Whereas the Log Pope is completely oblivious and is just kind of like, you know, staring them both down, shouting at them, maybe like insulting them a bit. So he doesn't move at all. But you channel your energy and you lower your staff and you just send them out like... And they just all go like right between Raymond and Pope. And they immediately veer into the guy, the orc to the left. And he catches them all in the... like all in the chest. And his whole body's rocked. You said 11 damage, right?
Yeah.
He's blown back, actually, into the wall from the force of the blasts. And he's just absolutely battered. But is still moving and seems conscious somehow.
Wow.
You know what I envision every time you magic missile?
What?
Yondu with this fucking arrow that he whistles for. You know what I'm talking about? Guardians of the Galaxy?
Yeah. The little blue thing
Yeah.
pops around.
I just imagine that whistling through the air towards someone. Okay, the off topic. Sorry.
No, you're good. I guess I see my seahorse here, right?
Yeah, your seahorse is right there.
He's just chilling. Okay.
He's just
That's
he's
the end
just
of my
relaxing.
turn. I conclude my turn.
All right.
Nice one. That was a nice one.
It was a good turn.
The orc across from Raymond is going to. Ooh. Oh. He's got a javelin in his hand, and
Pebble, no!
he takes a javelin, and you're just so Vaughn can see this happening, and he notices that like he's kind of like aiming in this direction. He takes a javelin, he's like, "Ugh." And this guy could have been an Olympian in a different life or in timeline. The javelin flies absolutely perfectly and just sinks into your shoulder before you can even react, Vaughn, and you just are like taken back. It's actually like in your shoulder, and you take 9 damage.
He ninja AFK'd, but he's back now.
Oh.
Hey, Vaughn!
He didn't even hear
You
my
took 9 damage from the best spear throw the world's ever seen.
What the fuck? Why?
He just
It's
javelined you in the
it's
shoulder. It is literally
lodged
sticking out of your shoulder right now. Just like the tip is lodged into your shoulders, into your shoulder at the moment.
Wait, did you hit past the magic armor? I have an armor class of 14. The
Yes.
fuck? Okay, fine, cool. Great. Love that.
Yep. That's like the first time you've even been hit in this campaign, by the way.
No, I've been
Okay,
hit
it's the
3
second.
times.
No, he's been hit before.
I've been hit 3 times and my seahorse fucking died. I've had a rough,
Okay,
rough
don't
D&D
put
life.
Pebble's misfortune on you.
That's where I thought this was going. I thought you were
I'm
going to throw it
attached
at
to him.
Pebble.
We're
I thought
fucking
so, too.
stoling. I felt that pain.
I thought Pebble was dead for sure. I heard javelin. I knew Pebble was a goner.
Yeah, me too, dude.
All right. Well, how much HP do you have? 20. Okay.
20, so I'm
That's
down to
actually
11 now.
It's actually not.
Yeah, it's not awful. I'm just near death. It's cool. It's whatever. Almost 50% of my health bar. Yeah, it's not bad. It's fine.
Well, sometimes, I don't know if you're aware of this, but sometimes when you're playing Dungeons and Dragons, you take damage. I don't know. It's weird. And after that throw, it's going to be Raymond's turn.
What do we think about me trying to grapple this guy again? Do we like that strat, or should I just
Real
try
quick,
to hit him?
how do spears keep flying by these big meaty boys in front of me constantly?
There's a gap in between them. The same gap that you shot the magic missiles is where he threw it. And since you went first, you had his attention, right? And he saw how much damage you did to his friend, so
I
you
just don't want
immediately
to
just...
surrounded by meaty boys if they don't take the shot from me. That's all I'm saying. Go ahead, continue. Go ahead.
Well, if there wasn't this gap here, you could argue that, but
I'm not yelling at
unfortunately...
you, Moon. I'm yelling at them.
Yeah, I know. I'm kind of...
You
Yeah.
would think they would help their boy out occasionally. I did invent gambling in this world, so...
Excuse me, invented.
Wow.
is strong
Okay, that's
word.
really something. Anyways, Raymond.
Vaughn's fucking losing it, dude. He's going to the dark side this episode. I guess there are 2 left. Hypothetical question: if I move here, does that invoke attack of opportunity? I'm still within a square of this guy. I just don't know what happens if I move over here.
We'll say that as long as you don't leave his zone of control, that he doesn't get an attack of opportunity on you. So as long as you don't go into his range and then out of his range.
Okay, great. So I was in his range the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to skirt over to this guy who got pushed against the wall with the magic missile, and I'm going to try to attack him. He's standing up, right? He's not prone?
Yeah, he's kind of like the wall is half supporting him, and he's like getting his bearings after being like destroyed.
Okay. I will roll to hit. It was an 18.
All right, roll for damage.
The damage was an 8.
Okay. I mean, he's conscious, and he's kind of like collecting himself, and you just like you've done this 1,000 times before. You just take your mace nonchalantly, and half of his right into his skull. His skull's collapsed. He's clearly dead, and you're kind of just like kind of trying to shake the stuff, the brain matter and blood. Actually, through one of the spikes in your mace, his eye socket is there, and you kind of like shake your mace a bit more until that droops off. Yeah, and it's mostly
Gross.
clean. And then you turn towards the last remaining orc.
Okay, I moved 10 feet for that. I'm going to move 10 feet back to the corner I was on before because I still want to hold this corner. I'm going to action surge and try to take another swing at this other dude.
Okay, and as you're like taking this motion, you notice this strange echoing, this reverberation in the area. Sounds like footsteps coming in your direction.
I don't action surge. I conclude my turn. Thank you.
It sounds about roughly 100 feet away.
Okay.
In what direction? Can you ping?
In this direction. You hear it roughly in somewhere over here.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Let's get her done quickly. So
Yeah,
that
we should finish this
turns
guy
to
off and then reposition quickly.
You
I
threat.
think it's
Maybe take a
both
long
turns
rest.
next.
Mm-hmm.
A long rest?
I'm just kidding.
Have a coffee, whatever
Yeah,
we need to
chill.
do.
Is it my turn yet, or what?
Yes, actually, it is your turn.
Only if you tell us what you're eating.
Sandwich.
Oh.
Sandwich. You don't
What's
want to
in
know.
it?
He puts cream cheese on his sandwiches, so.
No, that's
Oh,
what's good,
do you? I
actually.
love cream cheese.
Do you toast
Thank
the bread,
you.
or is it like soft bread with cream cheese?
If I'm not lazy, I toast it. I'm usually
Yeah.
lazy, so I don't.
Like a bagel makes sense if you're doing like a bagel.
Found
It's
the
gotta be a
only
thick
3
bread.
people in the world who like cream cheese on sandwiches.
Yo, this is I've had a go-to sandwich recently. It's an everything bagel toasted with cream cheese and ham on it. It's fucking
Dude,
good.
You should fry an egg and put it on there too.
I agree.
Oh.
I should. It's good.
All right, sorry, Tori. Go ahead.
No problem. I will step up and block that little fucking javelin gap so they don't hurt our boy anymore. Right? I'm gonna rotate. It's gonna be an 18. That connects, I assume.
Yep. Roll for damage.
Can do. No,
Wait, hold on. What did you hit the orc for?
No.
Pele?
I didn't.
You
8.
didn't hit the. Okay, you didn't hit the orc. Okay, I see. That's fine.
No, so you
you
told
were
me
going to
as I
action
was
surge,
moving,
but then you heard footsteps. You imagine.
right. That I was thinking about it, and then as I was moving back, heard the footsteps and changed my mind.
Okay. What was your damage?
9.
9. Okay. So he's kind of like the orc is like holding up his shield and like and he's glaring at both of you and he's not really sure what's going to go on. And you have your log in your right hand as you always do, but you kind of like switch it behind your back to your left hand, and then immediately just swing with one-handed strike on his left side, which he's not expecting because he's kind of like holding his shield back and forth, and you just slam him right in the side. He flies into the wall and hits it really hard, bounces his head. 9 damage, you said, right?
Yep. Nice.
And he's super pissed. Just so you guys are aware of this orc's mental state, he is not happy. He just saw his friend die. He's getting like finessed by this large hairy man. It's not looking good for him. And in so you're like Von Dernflip, you're kind of in the back, and you're the eyes of the party, so you're kind of like glancing around, and these footsteps are getting louder and louder.
Oh no!
And in the corner of your eye, you spot a large, lumbering creature.
Is that a fucking ogre? It's an ogre! It's a fucking ogre!
Well, you guys don't know
shortest
about this
ogre
yet. You don't
ever.
know what it is.
Guys, we need to hurry up and kill this orc.
But it is your turn,
a
Von
large
Dernflip.
looming creature
You
coming
might.
towards us.
Is this you warning the party?
Yeah, it's me telling them. Guys,
Okay.
she's about to
we
go
not
down.
know what ogres are? Why?
Well,
can't
you
see
guys
it.
can't see them. I have to tell you.
Oh,
They're
You can only
Oh,
see
yeah,
like
right.
5 feet in all directions.
massive and it's ugly, is all I tell you.
Okay.
So, do I have time to kill this guy, or should I move? That.
What's his movement? 1, 2, 3.
Like, I don't want to be sitting here. I'm on the rear right now, and he'll
You
flank
got
me.
like 60 feet of distance.
Yeah, it should be okay, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's try and finish this guy off quick. I'm gonna go ahead and cast a firebolt. Let's roll to see if I hit. 22. Rolling for damage. 6.
Okay. The firebolt just once again, like this one, you're using the staff. You kind of like you almost like slingshot it out, and it's just like right over Logpope's shoulder, and you can see like some of the hairs on his shoulder because he's got a hairy shoulder, singed.
Yeah.
And he kind of like glances back, like, I hope you know what you're doing, you know. It just goes right over directly through the orc's skull, and it just goes, and it just went cleanly through his skull. He just falls down lifelessly, drops his weapon and his shield, and collapses to the ground. And right when that happens, that flash of light illuminates the whole area, and then you notice the ogre actually spot you from this distance, and you just the ogre is like, and it grabs its giant mace and like kind of holds it up in the air, running at you. He's just sprinting,
Running.
full speed at you guys now.
Do we keep our same combat rolls? Like, am I just stuck here after hitting that firebolt?
Yeah, he would come in at the end.
We'll
so I think
we'll
we can
say,
react.
yeah. So he's gonna be about here, and then
Does that
you
count
guys
as
are
his
gonna
turn?
get a full cycle of turns, and he'll be at the end.
Okay. Okay, good. All right.
Well, shit.
Well, I'm down 11 HP. I don't want to be frontlining this. Do you
Is it
go
my
first?
turn right now? Because Tim just went, or is this totally different?
Actually, yeah, that makes more sense that it would be yours in Longpope's turn, and then the ogres, then Thunder and Flips. I think that's more logical. I'm not exactly sure how you handle.
Well, was his turn just running in? Because he dashed, right?
Well, technically, he could be able to do more, but we're just gonna say that like because you're just aware of him and he just got aware of you, you kind of like caught him off guard, so he didn't really get to. He just got a movement action, but like we'll say that's his full turn. So yeah, okay. You guys all got full turns. Fine. You finagled your way into getting a full
I
turn
was
before
just-
the ogre.
Well, yeah, we're just trying to make sure. I'm trying to figure out.
Yeah,
what I
we're
have
just
to do here.
asking.
That's
No,
all.
I know.
Like,
I'm
you-
just fucking
you-
with you. No,
if
that
you wanna put
makes
us in
sense.
hard
That
mode,
makes
put us
sense.
in hard mode. Let's fucking go. We've beat Dark Souls. I can handle this. It's over
I
with.
just, hey guys, I just noticed my hoodie's on inside out. Okay.
Well, that way
Not
it's
bad.
almost like a trench coat, right? Like you can kind of
Yeah.
like, hey, you want some Twitch? You know, like anybody wants some Twitch? You can do
Hey,
that.
what's up, my dude? Okay, well, fuck. Can the ogre fit into the collapsed tower? First question.
Yes.
Okay.
Second question. I'm just gonna fucking run at it. That's not a question. It's running towards Vaughn. I wouldn't be okay with that. I wouldn't even think about it. I would put myself in the way. So I put myself in the way.
Okay, this ogre is 10 feet tall. It's 10 feet tall. It's huge.
So he's only a little bit taller than me.
He's
Maybe like-
hugely muscular, very wide, and at this point he's in a full sprint and he's just dragging his club behind him, and it's actually like tearing up the ground, like almost like a plow, and you can see the muddied ground just being dug up by him just idly dragging this club that is, I mean, it puts the log pope to shame. Like he's having some envy, some club envy
Guys.
right now.
I really think we should chill a little bit here and not pull our normal antics of just running in. This seems fucking terrifying.
It's too late.
I mean, you're up there, but did you have to go up that far? Maybe more like right here-ish? Maybe?
No, this was only the movement part of what I'm doing.
I'm just
So
worried.
I'm making it way worse. Don't worry.
Okay, all right. Thanks, Raymond. Good luck, my dude.
Okay, so on my turn, I don't exactly know how to do this, but we'll say for RP's sake, I hear the ogre. I fucking just immediately about face.
I mean, you can only really see 5 feet in front of you, but this
know.
guy is fucking huge and he's very noisy, so you know where he is.
And we saw some of the fire from Tim's spell. That would be illuminating a little bit, right?
and-
It's
yeah,
just-
that exactly. So you're able to get like a good lay of the land during that, and you know where he's coming from.
Okay, so I hear the roar. I hear the fucking ground rumbling with each step this guy takes, and I know that he's heading directly for Vaughn. So without even thinking, I about face, shield in front of me, charging forward, and I attempt with all of my might to knock this guy prone. I want to shove him.
A 10-foot ogre.
Yeah.
You want to shove?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying to you with my words. I've been rolling really good today.
He said
Okay,
that. He did say that with his words. I heard it.
Roll an athletics check. I think. Is that how you do it? Or actually, wait, hold on. So are you trying to knock him prone?
Yeah. With a shove.
Shove is an actual action, right?
Yeah.
This man's been playing way too much
Where
Boulder.
is that? Hold on.
So this is a special melee attack that's replacing my normal melee action. So this is my action for the turn.
Mm-hmm.
And if you want me to roll athletics, I'm good with that. Because I'm really good at athletics. I don't know how you normally shove. Grapple is
just
strength
strength?
versus strength. I don't know what shove would be.
Well, you probably don't want to roll strength versus an ogre.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That's why athletics.
Let's make it athletics, because he's on the move and you're on the move, and it's not necessarily about strength. It's more about like motion here, right? So let's make it
All right.
athletics.
Believe you are the unstoppable object. Believe. I rolled a 21.
Oh my god.
Oh.
This man.
I don't
is
usually tell
rolling
you guys the
hard
rolls,
today.
but the ogre literally rolled a 1. Okay, so as the ogre is just like, he's not even looking at you, by the way. He's looking where the fire came from, so he's looking at bottom. You have your shield in one hand and your club in the other, and you're kind of like looking at them, and you're just like, and you drop them both, and you dive at the ogre, who's not even looking at you, because he's 10 feet tall and you're like here, but he's kind of like looking over. You're nothing to him, essentially. Like he's about to like walk through you, and you charge and tackle him right under to the kneecap, and the ogre like notices you at the last second, and you drag his foot back underneath him, and he just falls face first, slams his face into the mud, and takes 3 bludgeoning damage, because he actually, like, part of his face hit a rock as he was coming down. He also drops his weapon 2 feet behind him as well.
Okay, with that narrative, we'll say that I moved through him to the other side. He face planted, and now I'm on this side of him.
Okay.
Yo, holy shit, Raymond, that was awesome!
Then
Stay low.
you grabbed
is
him,
no-
and as he fell, you kind of like swung around his leg as he fell, then to get onto the other side.
This is a serious fucking threat to your safety. I'm not gonna celebrate anything yet. I'm literally just telling you to get down and get back.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
Awesome.
Is it mine?
Yeah, it's your turn, Turk.
Yes, it's your turn now, Turk.
He's prone. You get advantage on hitting him. What if you were really mad?
Emboldened by Raymond's, heroics out there at his fucking 20s.
So you're
I'm-
moving up to him first, I'm assuming, right?
No, I'm going into an absolute madman.
So you're gonna do this
rage.
before you run at him.
Yes, I'm going into rage first. I see what's happening. I rage.
Okay, let's hear your war cry.
That'd be tough. I go in towards the ogre.
Okay, so as you're running towards the ogre and you've got your log in both hands, just, very angry, the ogre kind of like takes his face out of the mud, and there's like bits of like clumps of grass and just like kind of like falling off his face, and he kind of like looks pissed off, and he looks up at you and says in giant, "You think you could hit me with that?"
Wait, don't you speak that?
Do I speak that way? Now I'm.
Yes, you do
second-guessing
speak
myself.
giant.
Hang on. Do I?
Yes.
Oh my god. Where would it say that? Features? Languages you can speak, read, write, common, and giant. Nice. And abyssal. Damn. Got so many like.
Yeah,
Do you
and
want to ask him things?
he's kind of like
List.
taunting you at the moment.
Is he? Okay. Does
Yep.
he? Okay. Fuck. What do I even say to him? I don't know. What do I? Should I ask
Ask him why he's with these orcs.
Hey, man.
Like, nice
Bro.
vlog. You got
Okay,
that.
hold on, so let me get this straight. You're in a rage, but now you're gonna have a conversation. I just want to make.
Yeah, I war cried all the way over here. I'm just not gonna hear him. I think.
Hey, wait a second.
Hey, what's up, bro? Set down the log.
I'm gonna go ahead and say that you actually can't have dialogue at this moment in time.
No, I'm just gonna bash him in the head. I think. No time for conversation.
Okay, roll
Enough
to hit.
talk. Let's fight. I will roll to hit with an advantage. 21.
Hit.
And then I will damaga. 8 plus 2, so that's gonna be 10 damga.
Nice.
Okay, so you just like, and you just take your, and you right in his shoulder, and you can tell it hurt. Like you see the indent of the laog on his shoulder, and it's very red. It's bleeding in a couple spots, but it's more of a bruise, if anything. And he's like,
And I yell, "How about that one, pussy?" In giantish.
you said 8 damage.
Yeah, 10.
It's 10 with a plus 2.
Oh, 10. Okay. All right. And now it would be Von Turnevlip's turn.
I have this huge, like, javelin in my body, right? Does that affect any of my casting or my movement at all, or am I just...
It would definitely affect your concentration that you have a javelin sticking out of you.
Well, I don't have any, like, concentration spells running, so it should be okay. Alright, then I have one more second level skill. I'm gonna go ahead and go with the magic missile. I think Thunder Wave doesn't make any sense here. Well, maybe. Do we want to push him back at all while he's prone or anything?
I want you to move back. I don't want you to be anywhere close to this guy. What's the range of your spells?
My magic missile is 120 feet, but if I want to...
You gotta be able to see him. So 60
Yeah.
feet. But that's
I mean,
just what I want. You don't have to do it.
Yeah. The best I could do is like maybe move up here, but I don't want to like move onto that rubble or anything. And we still don't see this area over here, so I'm afraid. Oh, I can't because on Fog of War. I'm afraid there's like stuff back here that might
No,
flank
I'm
us.
sure. We
Okay.
would have heard.
You have
something.
a shit ton of room to maneuver like away from the building, though.
Yeah, that's true. I'll come down here, and then I'll set up for a level 2 magic.
You're still
missile.
very close to him. You just moved closer to him.
He moves like 5 speed. I don't want to go this way. That seems so far away from you guys.
Go that way. Go that way.
But
No,
that
it's
seems
a good way.
bad. Okay.
I like that way.
All right, I'll come over here and I'll have my familiar move over here. That way he can watch the flank. Okay. I'm
Oh,
gonna go
that's
ahead
a
and
great play, actually.
I'm gonna
Yeah,
cast magic
yeah.
missile. And I'm gonna do 4 casts. So here we go. I think that was 4.
Dang.
So I
13?
got 4, 7, 10, 13 damage coming in.
13.
13, my dude.
So you're grasping your staff very tightly, and this time you're like, all right, it's time for a spin move. You got some good distance, you're feeling confident, and you go
Well,
put it behind
actually,
your
I can't.
back, and then
I'm doing this with a javelin in my
all
shoulder.
4
I'm
of the
fucking
missiles
amazing.
come out, and
Oh
they're
my
kind of like
God.
circling around each other. With the javelin, you notice that like you still have a javelin in your arm, and maybe that wasn't a good idea, and it does hurt, but what are you gonna do?
The things
You
we
have
gotta
to
do
do
for the
things in the name of
Yeah.
the name of
No.
style sometimes. And so all of them are spiraling around each other, and they kind of like merge into like one ball as they're flying out, and the whole area is illuminated in like this purple pinkish light, and you just see all the light go right into the ogre's chest, and they all just spread out in 4 like it's almost like a box, just go, and they like singe him. They don't necessarily like go straight through him. His skin mostly stops it, and he's wearing some sort of like hide armor on him as well.
What?
But yeah, he's draped with animals. I mean, there's not really an animal that can cover his whole body, but he kind of has it like above and across his chest, and you kind of like tear that in half, and it kind of falls off because you've just severed the piece of animal flesh that was on him, and it just sinks into his chest. He takes 11 damage, and he just cries out, because he's prone, but he's kind of like in the process of getting up. So you were able to hit his chest. 11.
So I exposed
13,
him.
no?
Is what you're telling me.
Was it 13 that you hit him with?
Yeah, it was 13.
13, yeah.
Okay. Technically,
Nice.
yeah, never mind. Because that magic missile can't miss. Yeah.
Correct.
Because if you were shooting a different spell at him, if he's prone really far away, you actually get disadvantage on it. But magic missile can't miss. So.
Yeah, that's why I casted it. For
Okay.
sure.
Smart.
Yeah.
So
You're a
this
really
purple
good
light.
wizard.
Thank
This
you.
purple light was like really, really bright, and it's like midnight. There's no moon out. Like that's why you guys are not able to see anything. And the ogre kind of he stands up with both of you on either side, like grabs his club, and kind of like looks at both of you, and you just hear him yell in in giant.
No.
And he's yelling off into the direction of the castle. And you don't hear
What did he
anything
yell?
for a while. Billy. You can't hear it, or you can't understand it. Yeah.
They're gonna be
I
a second
do.
fucking ogre.
Yeah. He's calling
And
for
then
his
3 seconds later,
Oh my
friend.
god, the ogre twin.
And then you hear more thunderous footsteps off into the distance.
Great.
Okay.
Very cool.
And now,
He's
Round
calling-
one, boys.
Yeah. Okay.
so
Let's finish him
That's
fast.
the wizard life, my dude.
as he's doing that, you guys are giving him some distance because it's an ogre that just got to his feet, right? So you're not really sure how to approach the situation now that he's not on his stomach. And he takes his club and he glances at Raymond for a second, but then he gets a snarl on his face and turns towards the log pope.
What are you gonna do?
And he takes his club that is literally the size of a tree. It looks like it was a tree at one point. And it's like splintered on the end and everything too. It looks like he just ripped it out of the ground, but he's going to be hitting you with the root side. So there's like bits of soil on the bottom of it, and he takes it and he faces towards the log pope and is like, "See if you can take this hit." As he's like reaching down to try to smash you into the ground. And what is your AC?
13. Can I like athletics my way out of this, or what? Can I?
It's just
Duck?
a swing to hit.
And he takes this club, and because he taunted you, you're like you've never met a person that was stronger than you. So you have this like confidence. You're angry. You're very, very angry. So you're like,
Raging.
I'm stronger than this ogre. So you take your club and you kind of like hold it up and tense yourself and brace yourself for the impact. And this ogre, with double fisted around this tree trunk, takes it, slams it directly onto your log. And for a millisecond, you're like, I can hold, and then immediately your log comes smashing into you, and you're just crushed under the weight of it, and you're knocked to your feet, just trying to like hold back. It's like you know the part in Jurassic Park where the T-Rex is just like eating the top of the car, like he just crushes you into the ground. You think you feel one of your ribs break, and the log just smashes back into your shoulder.
Ow.
And you take reduced damage, right, from bludgeoning.
Half.
Yes.
So you're
Sure
gonna
do.
take 5 damage.
Oh, thank fuck.
So it's 50%. Yeah.
After
So you have
all of
resistance.
that, I was
How long does that
expecting him to be,
last?
Like a critical condition, half his HP. You only took 5 damage.
Because he was raging.
Well, he's angry.
Yeah.
He's angry.
He would have taken 10.
I should have been the
I
log.
think
pope.
11, but write it down.
We're gonna roll it up.
How long does rage last for you?
10 turns.
Okay.
Oh, okay, that's pretty good.
As long as you hit or get hit every turn,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. I need to be doing shit.
All right. So and as that turn concludes, you just the footsteps are being louder and louder. And another ogre steps into view and sees what's happening.
Billy.
I told you to get here sooner. He yells in giant to what you presume to be Billy. Oh, shut your mouth. Let's kill him and get some eats. And, you know, he's similar. He actually starts walking in the exact same path that the other ogre that you don't know his name is also ran. And his club kind of like drags an even deeper trench into the ground as he's like kind of like dragging along, running towards Raymond. And he is gonna move at the end of the next turn as well. So now the turn was reset. It's Raymond to go.
Okay. The ogre just smashed Pope into the ground, so I assume he's not looking weak at all, right?
Yeah. Don't say it like that.
He is definitely damaged. He is pissed off and doesn't care, right? But he's definitely sustained some, injuries.
Okay. Well, let me go ahead and take a swing on him. Rolling to hit. I got a 22.
Okay, roll for damage.
Damage is a 5.
Okay. So he's not actually facing you at this moment.
Yeah.
And you kind of just take the mace and just hit him as hard as you can. Like, you're not really, because you can't really miss him at this point. He's huge. He's in front of you. You hit him as hard as you can, and the back of his hip, basically, just wham, and like his right hip, and you just hit him really hard. You definitely pierce the skin. You can see blood. He doesn't even turn to face you, though.
Okay.
Wow.
And following up after that attack, I'm just going to pivot around him, staying in range so I don't get an opportunity. I just want to stand here instead.
Okay.
And then that will be my turn.
All right. And so so what was the effect that you get when you hit people?
They have disadvantage on the next attack if I'm within 5 feet of the... So, disadvantage on the next attack if they're not attacking me, and if I'm within 5 feet of the target. That's why I pivoted around to be in range of Lockhope.
Okay. And now it is Logpope's turn.
I think it's my turn. Is
Was
it?
Was it?
I think it's your turn.
Was it
as
5
well.
damage that you did?
I
Yeah.
had
Can I, however, I was going to ask, can I skip my turn? Because I want the ogre to get a little bit closer.
You can hold your action for a specific thing.
Hold my action for a specific thing.
Okay.
As in,
So
like,
you can
You
hold
have
it
to tell
till the other
Brandy
ogre
what
gets
that
closer.
thing is.
I want to hold my hideous laughter for when he gets in range. The other ogre.
Okay.
And I wanna try and CC him.
on Hideous Laughter?
Hideous laughter is he can't have an intelligence level of 4.
He does.
Yeah, he's gonna be a dummy. A creature with a totem score of 4 or less isn't affected.
But anyone else
Um,
can be.
Yeah, so
And you
like,
have
if
to
he's
roll to
too-
hit. What
if
does
he's
it
too
roll
dumb to
verse?
get my joke. And then I have to tell him a
okay.
joke, and then he has to do a wisdom of 13 to be saved.
Wisdom check.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wisdom save.
So I want to hold that spell for when the ogre moves forward into range of my 2 melee buddies.
Okay.
Okay.
60 feet, which is as far as you can see, is just to the right corner of whatever that broken, thick piece of rock is
Here?
northeast of me. Yeah.
So
Okay.
my cast is, this one's 30 feet actually. So I think I would need to be
Oh, move up then, for sure.
probably like right here, and then I'll
Raymond
hold my spell
telling
for when
Vaughn
he's
to
in
move
range
up.
of you. Yeah. Okay. So I'll hold hideous laughter for
So
whenever he gets
it'll
here.
happen right about there.
Yeah, right about there. Okay. Cool. That's the end of my turn then.
Okay. Logpope.
Okay, well, with the shrugging off the getting pounded into the ground by this fucking ogre, and only taking 5 damage.
Yeah. So you didn't get knocked prone. You kind of got like knocked into a kneeling position.
Okay, all right. I stand back up. I shake off the dust and say, "Is that all you got? Nice log."
Do you say it in giant?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Make sure you can hear me. Try mine, and then I'm gonna hit him with mine. I'm gonna hit him twice. I'm gonna use a frenzy attack here.
And so this
So
sounds
you're
really
like
weird
first-
to you guys because when he's speaking in Giantish, it's like it's almost like a Nordic language, but it's like really slow and like deep, like that's what it sounds like to you guys. So you're just like, what is going on? Like,
Vaughn, he's been knocked senseless.
I think he's been senseless.
You
Like, it
two
almost
just
sounds like-
assume I'm speaking gibberish. I'm like grunting back at
it wouldn't
this
be the
ogre.
first time. Because your giant-ish is pretty rusty. Like, they can understand you, but like you're obviously not speaking the language too often.
I see. Okay, well, I'm gonna hit this guy. Here's my roll to hit. It's a 9. Does that hit?
That does not hit.
Frick.
And after getting battered with your Laog previously, he's hyper aware of what you're doing. And as you swing, he kind of like, you've never seen an ogre move so deftly. He kind of sidesteps it. I mean, you still technically hit him in the side of the leg, but like it's a glancing blow. It doesn't actually affect him.
Damaging. Okay.
And his entire focus is on you. It's almost like a duel plus Raymond.
Hey.
While I'm gonna have one more attack here.
Okay, you have another action.
My frenzy attack. I'm gonna roll again, I guess. That's a 10. Not much.
That does not hit.
That does not hit
He,
either.
he
Okay,
definitely
well,
jukes again.
I swing wildly.
And you're just like, and then he just looks at you. He's like, puny human, you die soon. Billy, I'm coming. He stomps all the way there, and as he's coming up, you notice Von Turnflips like has his eyes closed and he's moving his hands, and he says something. Von Turnflip, what exactly do you say?
I have a
we
dad
have-
joke, Tin. If you
Well,
need
yeah, we have a
dad
couple of
joke.
options. We can do a dirty joke, we can do a dad joke, or we can do a seahorse specific joke.
Oh, let's do the seahorse.
Okay.
I like that.
What's the fastest speed at which a seahorse swims?
You yell this out, and it kind of like echoes around the area, and then Billy kind of stops and like he looks over to you, and he scratches his bald head.
At a scallop.
What?
At a scallop. It moves
At a
at a
scallop.
scallop. A scallop.
A scallop.
That's what it moves at. A
Yeah,
scallop.
it's like a gallop for horses, but it's
a scallop,
sea
and that's
specific.
funny because scallops are a different thing, and we can
Yeah.
eat them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you
And
get
so
it?
as you say this, the ogre. Billy, what are you doing? And he kind of drops his weapon and starts leaning against the broken wall because he's like shaking and laughing so hard. And he's covering up his mouth, like he's looking like, why am I don't understand, like he's not in control.
Great joke, Von. I got it. It was hilarious.
That's a good one. Lockpup, you got that one, right? Maybe
I
you can
hated
tell it
that
in
one.
Ogre?
I
Oh,
hated
okay.
that
Never
one.
mind. Maybe,
I'm not
maybe you don't
gonna-
want to tell it in Ogre. That's fine. That's cool, I
Oh,
guess.
thank you.
And as
Oh,
he's
do we-
laughing against this wall, you actually see, because it's like a crumbling wall, but it's a good like chunk of stone about like 30 feet high. It's actually starting to like kind of yawn over into the direction, like it's like his weight's pushing it, and it could fall
shit.
over on the other side.
I can earthquake it and make it fall on him.
Do you have earthquake?
Yeah, I have one. I have two level 1.
So is there any like help recover type thing with this? Can someone
Turk has a
else
potion
snap them
on
out of it?
him. Turk has a potion on him, but
I do.
no one else has a healing spell or anything. Like I don't.
No,
have
no,
that.
no. I mean, from the laughter. Like,
You do a check.
Wisdom.
Oh yeah,
You do
every
a wisdom
turn.
save. Try to do a wisdom save every turn. You need to
Every
roll
turn, you try to
13.
roll a 13 or above.
okay.
Or if Tim gets hit, he has to do a concentration check, and it might fall
Yeah.
off.
Yeah, that too.
Okay. I'm gonna. So it's the ogre's turn. The nameless ogre. And he's focusing towards Turk, but to the logbook, but he hears this laughter behind me, or behind him, and he kind of like noticed. He thinks it's something magical. I mean, ogres are very stupid. Like they're just barely within the threshold of being able to understand this. But he saw you wave your hands, and Billy laugh, and he's thinking to himself, Billy, not
Never
laughed
laughs.
before. Billy never laugh. So he turns to Billy with you guys there, and he's kind of like, he's got his club like facing both of you, and he turns to Billy. Billy! He's attempting to like get his friend to consciousness again and like focus on the, come here, I need your help. So he's gonna attempt to resuscitate Billy from this laughter. But Billy looks over at him and laughs even harder. He's like coughing at this point, and the entire like pillar, it's basically a pillar of a portion of wall that he's leaning on, is just shaking back and forth now, and it's almost like a tooth wiggling free, and you really don't know what direction it's gonna go. But yeah, it just made it even worse, and that's gonna be that ogre's turn. So Raymond, your go.
We're doing this, dudes.
Nice. CCs.
If that thing falls,
Very
am
good.
I in range of it?
It's about 30 feet high, so
Yeah, all right.
It seems to be wiggling forward or backwards, though. Not
Where-
so much of the sides.
Can you ping it on the map?
Yeah,
maybe?
so it's wiggling this way and this way.
Okay, I see. Interesting.
Gotcha.
So it seems like this threshold and above is like, or to the right is within danger. To the left should
So
be
the
safe.
way the walls collapse, it's like it's a pillar, but there's still some debris and like foundation on either side. So you're pretty confident that it won't fall from side to side.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to hit the ogre I'm next to once again with my Morning Star. I roll a 19 to hit.
That hits.
I roll a 5 damage.
All right, and as he's like, you kind of just give him a big smack right in the belly. Once again, he's got holes in the front and back of him now that are like slowly bleeding, and he's looking pretty battered at this point. That was a 5, you said?
Yeah.
Okay. He's looking pretty battered at this point, and maybe concerned for his safety. He's trying to get his friend's help at this point. And
Like that, right?
whatever order you guys want to go in is fine because you're all three moving in a row.
I think it's you, though.
Okay. I'm just gonna go ahead and go with a cantrip. I want to have a couple of spells available in case it gets sour. So I'm gonna go ahead and run with the firebolt. So I'm gonna roll to hit. Hit a 19, and then
All right,
rolling damage
damage.
now, which is a beautiful 1. 1 damage.
Ooh.
And you're attacking the ogre next to everybody, right?
What's that?
You're attacking the ogre that you
Yeah,
guys
the one
have
we're
been
Yeah,
fighting.
attacking.
The one CC'd, I don't think we can hit, or he gets the ability to roll wisdom
Yeah.
to get out of it.
Okay,
every
so
time we
you
hit him,
take
so-
your staff in both hands and you're spinning it and you're spinning it, and then as you're spinning it, you make it a little bit too far to the left, and it slams into the javelin that is lodged into your shoulder. The javelin kind of like tears out, which hurts like hell, falls to the ground, and your firebolt goes wild and just barely singes. It just hits the ogre in like his pinky toe, which is immediately evaporated, but he doesn't even notice.
Sorry about that, boys. Not my best work. Next time, we'll be better. Next time. Okay.
Okay, one pinky down. We got 3 more
Yeah.
to go. No problem. Winning this.
His pinky toe is like this big, by the way. So,
It's a big chunk.
yeah, there's a lot of flesh missing there, but yeah, he didn't seem to care too much. And Laug, the Laug.
The
Yeah.
Laug. Has he turned his back to me? Because he's, trying to get Billy to come back to the land of the living? Or
He was
not?
still facing you guys. He just turned his head, but he's
Oh,
facing
I see,
everyone
I
now.
see.
And he was like always like in a stance, so he's not unprepared.
Okay.
But he's not
Well-
as confident as he was before. The taunts have stopped, and he's kind of like focusing on blocking
Yeah.
so much.
I'm gonna say, hey, what's up, man? Not talking so much. Comms are quiet. And,
Whoa.
Jesus.
Hold on, the music changed.
what's up? What's up with no all chat?
Comms.
Here, I'm
comms
gonna
are quiet.
roll to hit. It's gonna be a 21.
Ah.
Surely this one is.
Okay, that hits.
Damage is gonna be 11.
11. Wow. Okay, so
And then I'm gonna attack again. Should I do them both?
yeah, just do them both.
Then you think? Okay.
Yep.
alright. Let's do it again. 12.
That hits.
12 damage.
Okay,
11 and 12.
so he's like very worried, like he's looking very nervous, and he's got his log in both hands, his tree, I should say, and he's kind of like glancing back and forth, and he's like also like glancing at Vaughn, and he's not really good at playing defense. It's an ogre. He only knows attack, so he's in uncharted territory for an ogre. And he's looking really worried, and he actually glances back because there's just laughter happening, and there's like the shaking, and he's looking back at his friend, and right as he turns to look at his friend, you take the log and you jump up because you have to leap to be in range to actually hit him in the head, and you jump up and you just take with one downward strike, you just slam him and catch him off guard, and you actually so he's standing. You jump onto his chest and hit him, and you're actually like walking on his body as he's falling, and you slam him again right in the head, and his head just caves in you finally broken through the ogre's armor, and you kind of like are like standing on top of his chest as he's falling down, just continually hitting him. But he's clearly dead. You're just very pissed off.
How much damage did you do that turn? I missed it.
Did 13 or 23?
23, yeah.
Damn, dude.
I deem you logged.
He's saying this into the corpse of the ogre. So the ogre is like 1,000 pounds at least, and it just sunk into the ground, and like you also pushed him down with your weight. So there's just like a shattered skull of an ogre, lifeless with a body attached to it, just like actually like half into the ground at this point, because it rained earlier, so it's very muddy around.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
And then there was one laughing ogre.
Got him, Moose.
One more, guys. One more. That was like what, 50 HP? That was a pretty hefty.
This guy's still laughing, right?
Yes, he is.
He's still laughing.
Could we maybe you speak giant? Do you think you could persuade him? Because we just fucking brutally murdered his friend right in front of him, to maybe like fuck off.
What is the roll that I need to reach for the ogre to become
13.
13? Okay. Well, he's
a great moment for your
he's
your
still laughing.
Dirk.
I mean, I feel like ogres are not known, from my experience with them. Ogres aren't known for their reason or
Yeah, but
or
you should at least try it. Like,
persuadability.
you have giant speak, and you can literally pick up the log of his dead brother and be like, "I am the log pope," and just fucking talk shit and make him run away. Maybe he respects logs like you.
How big is the tree the other ogre was carrying, Moon? Can I carry that? Can I?
There's absolutely no way.
No way? Okay, the tree's
like
bigger than
absolutely
me?
not. It's almost the size of you.
Oh, okay.
What if you like broke it in half with your log?
I mean, you could try to shape this
out of
tree
it?
into a weapon, if you wanted to upgrade the size of your laug, possibly. But that would take some time.
Cosmetically or otherwise. I don't care about the stats.
Okay.
Bigger, better though. But I don't think we bother, you guys. I think we just kill him dead, just like we did his friend.
Turkish is a murdering hobo. He's here to murder.
I just don't think he's gonna be interested in talking to us. But as I'm beating him, I'll ask him questions. You know, every attack or so.
Is this an interrogation?
Yeah, see what he has to say.
Okay.
Okay, you guys start hitting him, and I'll keep the joke running. But the moment he hits a 13 or above, he's off the joke.
So,
And every time he gets damaged now, he can roll.
right.
Okay.
So-
we better make sure this big dumb guy.
Well, you guys can choose your turn order. It's up to you. Any of you can move now, but he's still laughing.
So if I move up here, are you going to move up to the same spot, Mr. Pope?
Sure, can do. We can-
Okay, that way I'm
do
still
the
giving
thing.
him disadvantage if he swings at you.
Yeah.
And I imagine he's going to be pretty fucking mad at you,
Yeah,
just
possibly.
murdering his friend.
Yeah.
So from here, as long as you think it's a good idea, Vaughn, I'm going to take a swing.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm gonna bring my familiar up to here to make sure he can't run past.
That was a 12 to hit.
So you're swinging at the ogre now?
Yeah.
Okay. That does hit.
12 does hit? Okay.
Mhm.
It's 6 damage.
6 damage. Okay. So you've got your shield in front of you, and he's just laughing maniacally, leaning up against this wobbling pillar. And you just charge him. You just charge him directly, just right at him. Hit him with the shield, like you push him with the shield and hit him overhead with your mace. You catch him in like the upper chest and just with all your force. And as you're doing this, as you're pushing up against him, he's still laughing. And he continues to laugh like it doesn't happen. But he actually thinks this is even funnier, and he starts laughing even more than he was before. And the weight of you pushing him and his laughter actually, you notice the giant pillar that he's leaning on start to shift more than it was before.
I forgot about the pillar.
The pillar is actually starting to slowly lean over in the other direction. You see like the earth getting pulled up, and a hole where it used to be, and like all the inner workings of the underneath of the wall starting to show as it's just falling backwards with a loud, and it like shakes all the ground around you, and you know that you start hearing Orcish in the distance.
Oh my god.
Immediately as this hits the ground, the ogre snaps out and he seems to regain his ability to focus on his surroundings, and he kind of like, and like was like looking for you at eye level, but then like decided to look lower, and he found everybody, and he's like, And he grabs his log. Everyone has a log now. They're just all logs. So he grabs his log.
Rage, dude.
And looks
Look what they're
angrily.
doing.
He starts scratching at his chest where you hit him, and then holds the tree trunk with the other hand. And there's just like so this whole area, it's actually starting to become morning now because you guys have been battling for long enough. So you're actually able to see somewhat normally at this point. And this whole area is revealed to you now.
Cool.
Okay, we got time.
Neat.
Yeah, we don't see anything immediately
Yet.
yet.
Well,
Kappa.
that's not exactly true.
Kappa, kappa. Orcs to the north.
Oh, great.
Okay. And that his turn's concluded, so you guys can all. Well, actually, that wasn't even his turn. That was your turn. And so Logpope and Thunder and Flip. You guys have actions now.
Bon.
I'm trying to think. I have a couple of options. What's my stealth check right now? Could I, if I wanted to, like try to hide here, and then when these goblins run through here, I can try and earthquake them all from behind. When they're in
Thunderwave
range?
or earthquake?
Earthquake.
What's
Because
earthquake do?
Yeah, can you explain Earthquake?
It's massive damage. I've already one-shot orcs in the past with it. It's like one of the last spells that I have, and it also pushes them away.
Isn't that Thunderwave?
Yeah, Thunderwave. Sorry.
So it's not Earthquake?
Yeah, it's Thunderwave. Sorry, is what it is.
Okay.
But could I like try to like go here and stealth check and try to hide so they don't see me when they run by?
If that doesn't work, you have orcs in melee range.
Well, well, if they get here, right, they're not gonna be able to get all the way there. I'd have to wait a full.
Okay, so
turn.
I would say as long as you're around the corner, like we'll say you're hugged up. If you wanted to like hug up against that wall, they would not be able to see. They absolutely would not check there. You wouldn't even need to do a stealth check.
Okay, you don't.
They would not see that coming. They don't really even go to those towers. They'd be running towards the source of the noise. And the second they turn this corner, they're all staring at this giant piece of wall that was just pushed over, and they can clearly see an orc standing there, or an ogre standing there. And the orcs are kind of like subservient to the ogres in this particular establishment, so they're kind of like running to their master's protection.
Okay, I'm gonna yell to you guys. I got a plan. I'll be right back. I'm gonna leave you Pebble, and I run all the way over here. I hide next to the wall here.
That's like the worst
Pebble.
thing anyone wants to hear. I'm gonna leave with Pebble. Like,
And
it's just,
the best part about Pebble too is he's in position. He can do actually melee-based mage spells, and so I can cast Chill Touch for my cantrip through him, and I can use that Chill Touch to hit the ogre. So I'm still helping out with DPS here.
okay, so you climb into the base of this tower, and like it's still morning. There's not a whole lot of sunlight. There's just like one shaft of light that's coming in, but you kind of like back up, step out of the light, and put your back to the wall. You're kind of climbing out the rubble, and you kind of push it out of the way so you don't make any noise. And
I
there's
suck
like
in
this...
my gut because I know my gut is.
Yeah,
pretty big.
okay. You suck. Yeah, you suck in your gut, and you're like leaning perfectly flat against the wall, and they would have no line of sight until like unless they actually came into the tower.
Great. Okay, cool. And then I'm gonna go ahead and roll for
Immediately,
Chill Touch
20
here.
orcs run into the tower.
I roll a 21. Natural by itself.
20 so natural 20 on what?
Oh, never mind. It was a 16. It's 16 plus 5. On Chill Touch, I'm going to cast that through Pebble.
Okay, so
and we're
what
gonna
does
get
that
damage.
spell do exactly?
It was a
So
21
sh-
to hit.
So Chill Touch is I create a skeleton hand, but this is going to be Pebble using that instead. Makes a ranged spell attack against a creature to sell it with the Chill of the Grave. On a hit, the target takes 1d8 necrotic damage, and it can't regain hit points until the start of your next turn. Until then, the hand clings onto the target.
Okay, roll for damage.
Okay? It's going to be 8 damage.
Nice. You rolled a d8, right?
Looks like it, yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah,
dude.
it's a 1d8.
Okay. So
Big.
Pebbles doesn't have eyelids, right? But the eyes, as like the Pebble's kind of like sitting back, looking like mischievous, and kind of like darting around, avoiding the combat. But then all of a sudden you see it Pebble, straighten up. And then the eyes just immediately go like this cold, icy blue. And they kind of like they slowly start floating towards the ogre, who's just regained consciousness. And he's kind of like glancing back and forth at you guys, but Pebbles flies a little bit higher up and then unfurls its tail. And at the end of the tail, an image of like a skeletal, bony hand appears and just goes, and it goes right into the chest of the ogre, presumably at the heart. And the ogre is just immediately taken aback and just shudders, holding its tree trunk close. As you see like ice start to envelop on their chest where their heart is, and you can see almost their actions slowing down.
Cool. That was dope.
Moon, I'm so proud of you. Good shit. Okay, I'll be back here in case the orcs come through.
I think you made Bradley blush a little bit.
Moon's doing a great job, man.
Look
Just want
at
him to know
him.
that he's appreciated.
He's
Okay.
like, wow, no one ever compliments me.
You're so good.
20 more orcs appear in the tower. Okay, so did all of you guys go? No, right? Did you guys all take your turns?
Yeah.
No, I didn't go yet.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
you
one
didn't go,
turn,
okay.
and then it's back to ogre.
Okay. I'm gonna continue hitting this guy, I guess. I still have 2 attacks. Still hasn't been 10 turns, I assume. Although I haven't been keeping count.
No, it hasn't. It's been like 4. I doubt that you guys will spend 10 turns here with the amount of
Probably
damage that you're
not.
pulling out.
Yeah.
I think we're like on turn 5, but we're good.
17 is the roll for my first one. The damage is 12.
Good lord.
13.
You get another double hit?
Yeah, I get double hits as long as I'm in rage, I think. I just get a frenzy attack every time. While I'm frenzy,
Are we
you
sure
can make
about
a
that?
single weapon attack as a bonus action on each of your turns after this one. Yeah, as long as it's not the first turn.
So you have 9 double attacks.
Well, when we
I
level
think-
up, I'll have double attack all the time.
Oh,
So
wow.
It's not
Yeah.
that.
So this
out of
is
the
his
ordinary.
power spike right now. Like, this is where
Yeah.
the log really comes into play.
I guess so.
Okay, so
Okay.
so you rolled for damage twice?
No. My second damage is going to be 10. So 12 damage and 10 damage. That's another 22 damager.
Jesus.
Gonna be from me.
Okay.
Dog. Enjoy. The log carries.
So you're
I-
very, very angry. And
I'm pissed.
you have your log in your hand, but you glance over at the ogre's tree. And you're like, I can do this. And then so you start, so it's laying on the ground, and you kind of like lift it up on one end, and you're like trying to hoist it over your shoulder, and you kind of get it up off the ground where it's like teetering just straight up. And as you try to like lift it onto your shoulder, because you're just gonna pick up the whole fucking tree is what you're trying to do. You start pulling it towards you, and then you lose like control of it, and it actually just starts falling, and the tree just falls directly on the unsuspecting ogre, who's for some reason not like paying attention. It just like a tree just started growing next to him, like he didn't really understand what was going on because you're just too tiny. He didn't see where you are, but the tree just starts falling on him and just like timber absolutely just crushes into his shoulder, and he's just like immediately pushed down, wondering what the hell happened. For 22 damage.
God.
And
Shit on.
yeah, he's really pissed, obviously. Extremely pissed. What do we? That's everyone's turn, right?
It's the ogre's turn now, yeah.
Yeah, ogre.
Well, actually, it's the orcs' turn. So the orcs are going to be running in here, trying to figure out what's going on, and they're all turning and looking at the ogre, and they just saw a giant tree. The tree is actually how tall would the tree be? It'd be like,
I thought you were going to say if it
12.
was pine or oak or something, and it was like, I'm allergic to pine trees. So I
oh
hope it's
no,
not
yeah,
that.
no, it's not. You actually can't really tell what kind of tree it is because there's no branches on it. It's just like uprooted, and there's just the trunk of the tree. But yeah, it wouldn't be tall enough to see over the wall, but they see it like through the gaps in the wall, and they notice like because this whole area is open now, and then this area right here is what's blocked with where the wall used to be, so that's where it fell. So they're running forward. How much can they move? 1, 2,
30 feet, I think.
So they're about here in this formation, just charging towards this battle that is taking place. Okay.
Okay.
So you are kind of like leaning around the corner, Lon, but you can hear like some shuffling outside, and you know the orcs are running by, and they're kind of like in the middle of the field deciding what they want to do with this encounter. And what's your passive perception, Logpope and Raymond?
13 or something. I think it's the same for most people.
Really?
My passive perception is 13.
Okay. You make out some sounds of shuffling and orcish to your right as well, somewhere in this direction.
Fuck.
What the fuck, Moon? This place is a trap. There's so much shit here.
I don't know who that is. Are you saying that in game, or
Narrator person, whoever is narrating our game. Oh my god, I feel like I'm dead. I have one fucking spell left, and I was hoping for a Hail Mary on these three. I just didn't realize there
You
was
have
more
arcane
shit.
recovery to get some back,
Why don't you
Fucking
go back
recovery.
to the horses? Take a look
and you're hidden right now, so you're chilling.
Okay, so the ogre that's been battered and bruised and just had a tree fall on him, he's like looking pretty injured, and he's like glancing around, and he looks at his dead friend, who still has no name, who's in the ground, like with his head smashed in, just like it's almost like a snow angel but with mud, and it's just bloody and there's guts everywhere, and he's just and he grabs his log with both hands. And what's your... Actually, this just hits. And he turns to the log pope and just...
Disadvantage! 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 Disadvantage!
Bigger log wins. We'll see.
And so as the log is coming down, you glance up at it, and like you make a split-second decision. You glance at the tree that is literally falling on you, and you look at your log, and you decide to dash aside and not take the brunt of this force. And as you do that, you just hear like a as the tree just splits the earth. Like it is completely submerged. It just cracks in half. He actually breaks his weapon on this, and you just see like there's like a fissure in the ground now, where you used to be. So,
Wow. Did he miss? He missed though. On
yeah,
hitting,
he
at
missed.
least? Just splinters. Okay.
As he finishes that attack, I'm going to activate one of my unwavering mark special attacks and roll to hit. I rolled a 6. All right. No one saw it. I was just like, eh.
Yeah. It was such a bad swing, and you kind of like, you glance around and you're like, no one saw it. And then Pebble's like, kind of looks at you.
Speak nothing of this, Pebble. All right.
That's gonna be it. Your guys' turn now.
Okay, I'm just gonna keep hitting him. I'm gonna roll to attack again. That's
Keep hitting
13.
him. How much?
13 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
That's 9 damage.
Ooh, okay. So, yeah.
I'm also gonna action surge because it seems like I'm hearing a lot of movement coming towards us, and I want to finish this guy off pretty quick. So I'm actually gonna use my action surge, and it's a 19 to hit again.
Okay, roll for damage.
That is 5, so 14 total damage.
Okay, so very disorientated, and he's kind of like, he's looking in the opposite direction as well. Like the log pope kind of dashed to his left, and the ogre is just kind of like looking at his tree, which is now like 30% of the top of the tree just broke off. I mean, it's still gonna crush a man if he hits it, but he's kind of like looking disappointed at it, and like disappointed in the log pope's direction that he didn't hit them. Ugh. And then as he's doing this, you kind of like take the moment, and you're like, it's with your new mithril armor, you're very stealthy. You sneak up behind him and just like right between the back of his shoulder blades, and you just hear like as he like turns towards you angrily, but you know is not able to take an action. And you just sink your mace into him 2 different times. There's just he's bleeding all over. It looks like you can see some of his bone. You may have like injured his spine. He doesn't seem to be moving properly, and he's like kind of like limp turning towards you. He's looking heavily injured now, like just barely living. at this point. In fact, I think if you just walked away, he might die from his wounds. But he doesn't know that, and he's turning towards Raymond. And now it's Logpope's go.
Or Tim's, right? What if we get
Or Tim's, yeah. You guys both would be able to move, whichever. Who want to?
What if Pebble got the killing blow?
He can try.
Hold on one
if he
second.
wants.
Squeeze his fucking
But
heart again.
But if he does that, I need my rage to continue, man. I need.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good point. That's a good
Yeah,
point.
let's
That's a
go
good
do
point.
it.
Yeah.
I want to
Okay.
beat over these orcs anyways into my Thunder Wave.
All right, let me get the double kill on these ogres. Billy, are you ready? Are you ready, Billy?
Are you saying this to him?
Yeah.
Like as
I'm
as
ready.
you say his name, he kind of like. Oh, you know, Billy.
Oh, I know. Here's a 12. Does that hit?
That does.
Billy, I'm so sorry. 9 damage out of that. Should I
Okay.
roll again?
Yeah.
Doing it again. That's a 6. Damn. All right, never mind. No killing blow.
So you did 9 damage to him.
Yeah, 9 damage.
Okay. So as you say, Billy, he's like, he turns, is like, "How you know, Billy?" And then you just right in the side of the face, like, and he's just like, he looks like not just surprised, but like sad, like he thought he was about to make a new friend, like, and he just, and
Billy's just a friendly guy.
he starts to like fall over in the direction of Raymond, and Raymond goes to take a step back because he doesn't want to get crushed by 1,000 pounds of angry ogre. But Pebbles, on the other hand, really liked their skeletal hand spell that Von Vernflip made them cast, and of his own accord, he decides that he's going to cast it again. So his eyes start glowing again, and he unfurls his tail, and the skeletal hand comes out as the ogre's falling and kind of catches him, right? Because he's almost unconscious at this point. So he's falling towards the ground, and the skeletal hand comes out and catches his head, and so his head stops, but the rest of his body doesn't. And it just removes the head from his shoulders and just.
What the hell, Pebble?
And then the hand disappears in like a breeze of icy smoke mist, and then the head like starts falling and just rolls towards Raymond. It's
Jesus.
like this big. So
Fucking did Pebble wait? Pebble
Yeah, what happened to Pebble this episode? He became
decapitated
decapitated him.
Yeah. Okay.
yeah,
He like stopped the forces of fall, held the head. The body just severed off. Apparently, that's how physics works.
Holy.
And then the head just fell to the ground and plopped and rolled away.
I think your stabbing may have had a psychotic effect on Pebble. I think
Pebble has-
maybe
Pebble definitely seems
No.
different.
seeing you.
Okay.
At the start of the battle, Pebble was kind of like hiding behind and didn't really want to get involved, but now it's actually taking like a forefront in the fighting and seems to enjoy it. After it takes its head, it kind of like playfully goes over to the rolling ogre head that stopped, and it has like this face that's just like, you know, and like the tongue sticking out. There's blood all over it. You can see part of its spine sticking out from the base of where the neck was. And Pebbles kind of comes over and goes, looks at it, and then like you can only see like a smile on Pebbles' face as it turns to Raven, like, "Nee!" Like it's really happy of what it just did.
Dude, I
Gotta
bet
get
Pebble's
Pebble
the
outta here,
final
dude.
boss. I bet
Oh, no,
Pebble
Pebble,
waits for
guys.
us.
Is it because we didn't use a proper brazier when we summoned or something? Like we fucked something up.
Oh,
in the
maybe we
process.
got a demon, Pebble.
Yeah,
Yeah, maybe we should kill Pebble and resummon Pebble again.
we should cleanse
Are you
his
saying this
soul.
out loud or?
Turn it off and on again.
Okay.
Can Pebble
All
hear
right.
your thoughts? By the way, Thunder
I
and
would
Flip.
assume so. I would assume he's connected to me in some way. Like
Okay.
he knows my
Yeah,
true
you have a
meaning and
telepathic
things.
link.
All right, Pebble, good job, man. That was great. I'm gonna go ahead and prepare a spell because I'm assuming these orcs are gonna be coming down to the bottom left through this choke point. Wink, wink. I'm gonna prepare a Thunder Wave.
Can you
And,
cast it from that range? What's the range on it?
The range of it is 15 feet, but I want to wait until all three are in a area. Since they don't see me, my hope is that when they move through this choke area, I'll be able to get a prime opportunity to hit them with Thunder Wave.
Okay. So are you going to
preparing
like
for that?
move and do action when they
No,
when
I'm
they're
gonna
there?
stay here because I'm still concealed, and I'm really banking on them coming through here on this choke right here. But I just want to let you know that I'm
Like
passing my turn for
you're
Thunderwave.
They
banking on
literally
them
weren't
going
gonna
to your
go
left.
that way
Why wouldn't they go that way? This place
because
is
they
like
were running
well-
towards the ogre. He's been saying that this whole time. That's why you're able to hide there.
Oh, well then maybe do I move into it and just cast Thunderwave? No, I'm gonna just pass my turn and let them go towards you guys, and I'll Thunderwave them into you. That's what I'll do. Pass
Go.
turn.
Okay, and that's all of you guys' turns, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so the orcs arrive, and there's actually no wall here. Keep that in mind. So
Right.
this is all
Right.
flat terrain. And so they arrive, and they have like a battle formation, and they're facing you guys and keeping a bit of distance as they're trying to assess the situation. And you hear more orcs collecting in the distance.
Ow! How many are there?
Are they not phased by the two gigantic corpses of
Well, they
fucking
are.
ogre, both
That's why
without
they're
a
giving you
head?
guys some distance instead
Why
of
don't
immediately
you try
attacking.
to talk to them?
They're
For one.
presumably
Orcish.
they're taking up a formation, and so they're kind of like just like standing out of melee range, but like shouting and yelling at you as their partners or the other members of their clan come in, presumably.
Okay.
And so
Okay.
from would they get a turn? They
If
just
they
entered the
mo-
fight, so we'll say they
They just moved, so they have an action.
yeah. Okay. So you see them all start to grab for javelins as they are out of melee range, and
Watch out, Pebble.
Yeah,
The demon.
here it comes.
Maybe if they hit Pebble, that's a good thing.
Not standing in the way.
We'll make sure we don't take shortcuts when we summon Pebble again.
what's your AC, Raymond?
20.
Okay. Okay, so it seems like they practice this because they have a lot of free time in this area. You assume, and they all take their javelins and just throw them at the same time, roughly. I mean, within the same second. So it's like, and they all come out and they're crisscrossing in all directions. You're not really sure what to do, and so you hold up your shield and you kind of like dive to left to try to protect Log Pope and Pebbles, and so. As you do that, you're only able to really cover Pebbles, and two javelins, just like one that looked like it would have just went straight through Pebble, a repeat of the last time, immediately deflects off your shield, and the shaft breaks with wooden splinters spraying into the air. Another one glints off of it in the other direction, and the third just goes and lands straight into the upper arm of the Log Pope. His left arm just goes clean through the bicep. That's
Gotcha.
gonna be.
That's good though. You get to keep raging, right?
Yeah. Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
it's actually a positive.
Let's see. How much damage did that do?
Did you take damage earlier, Turk?
I did.
You took
5.
5 damage after being flattened
Oh,
into
yeah.
the ground.
Forgot about that. And that's gonna be.
How much damage?
You're raging, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This would be piercing damage, I assume, which I'm also resistant
Yeah,
to.
yeah. Okay, so you're gonna take 3 additional damage.
Nice. Damn. I'll take
It's a kind of thin javelin. It's not like super like life threatening or anything like that. And it's not like serrated or anything. So.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's sticking out of your arm.
It's just stuck in there? Okay.
Well, it actually pierced through. Like it's kind of like prairie dogging through the other side of your arm, just barely.
Nice.
And that is all those orcs' turn. So now it's your guys' go. Whatever you decide to do as a party.
You want to try to sneak up behind him before we do
Yeah.
anything?
Yeah, I'll try and sneak up behind him. Do I need any stealth check or anything, or just move up? I'm just gonna cast Thunderwave when I get there, anyways. Yes or
You
no?
can get behind them without them taking any action on you, and probably noticing since they're in the middle of battle.
So I'll probably go right about here. Maybe here. I don't know how far I can go.
Every step you take to the right is closer to the advancing orcs. Just keep that in
True.
mind.
It was a
Okay.
cube, right? Your spell? What was the range or whatever?
It's
15.
within 15 feet of me. So
Okay,
I
that
can go
looks
to.
good then.
Yeah, probably like right here will hit all of them. Here's probably better. Because I want to push them into you with this if it
Yeah.
connects.
Ooh. Okay.
Okay, so
Prone,
let's go ahead and go for this. It's going to be Thunder Wave, going to roll now, and I don't think I have to roll for hit. Yeah, I just cast it. But you guys have saving throws on each character. So I'm going to roll it. They have to save on a Constitution check of 13 or above. If they do save it, they do not get pushed, and they take half damage.
Okay.
If they don't, they get pushed and take full damage. I roll for 9 damage, and then we'll see what they do.
So we're gonna have that down to 4 for anyone who. So okay, so this is the thunder wave that like pushes everybody back, right?
Yep.
How far does it push them?
It pushes them. Let me give you the exact number. 10 feet away, so it would push them 2 blocks straight into them.
And what if they
Oh, that's
save?
perfect.
Nice.
What if they save?
If
on
they
that throw?
save, they take half damage and stay where they are.
Yep.
Okay. So as you do this, you're kind of like chanting and casting the spell as you're running, because you see the orcs and they see you. Like it's an open field, not the orcs in front of you, but the orcs off to the right. And you now, hold on, I'm trying to pan my view here. You now see the full brunt of their force around the
3
corner.
more. Jesus, dude.
And they're charging towards you, but the one in the forefront notices you and kind of signals the orc behind him to pay attention to you. Looks like the other one is not changing their trajectory. And as you're doing this, you're moving behind them and you're trying to ignore the orcs to your left, and you're casting a spell and you slam it down in their direction. The shockwave immediately comes out, and it's basically the sun's up at this point. You guys have been fighting for a very long time. It's it's bright outside, but you can still see this flash of light, and everyone's like temporarily blinded for a second. It's so bright, and it just whoosh, all the grass and all the trees and the vegetation in the area just immediately get blown back. You even see the wall to your right, that of the collapsed wall, kind of. Why can't I ping? No, it's the wrong button.
Oh, that's a good
kind
point.
Of like yeah.
The wall that fell, is it blocking the path for them to get to Tim in any way?
Yes, they did spot him for a second as he ran out, but they would have to go around this wall if they wanted to fight him.
Okay.
But they did notice him run out. So he's casting a spell and he just slams into the ground, and 2 of the orcs are just flown forward right onto your guys' laps. They both take 9 damage, and one of the orcs noticed you coming as you were chanting the spell, and he turns towards you and holds up his shield and braces himself, and only takes 4 damage.
Oh, could have been better, but still
Excellent.
Good.
still
Pretty good.
okay.
Yep.
Hopefully we smash these real quick.
And now their formation is kind of shattered. We'll see what they can do. Is
Nicely
it
flanked.
your turn, Turk?
Yeah.
Okay.
Pope will move. Let me clap the guy right in front of me real quick. I still have rage. I don't know if it's been 10 rounds yet.
We're gonna give you
I
2 more
still
turns of
have,
rage.
2 more turns, alright, deal. I will attack once again. 19 at the
That
guy
hits.
in front of me. Are they prone at all or not?
No.
They're just
They kind of like skid to a stop in front of you with their shield up.
Yeah, they don't hit
8
anything.
damage.
They just move.
Okay. And as he skids to a stop, you were kind of ready. You guys have done something like this, and he kind of Von Dernflip told you what he was planning on doing, so you were pretty ready for him to come flying towards you. So it was almost like you're playing baseball, and you kind of like stepped up and you're in the stance. And as he's flying towards you, he's kind of like, so this explosion happens in the distance, and you just see an orc go, like trying to stop himself sliding on the grass. And as he's doing that, you're just like, and he gets flown in the opposite direction.
nice.
And he actually flies back over here and dies
And
next to
hits
it. So
the
you guys,
other
it's
orc?
almost like Von Dernflip was the pitcher and you were the batter, and he is just absolutely crushed. His chest is caved in. He was immediately dead right when you touched him, and a corpse just flew back. And this orc had to watch that, unfortunately for him.
A note for you, Moon, that boom that you're talking about, it does go 300 feet, so if there are any other orcs, they may have heard that boom that you were talking about.
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay,
I know.
okay. I didn't know if there was more orcs coming. So this might be the end for us, guys.
So to know if there's just
Well, if
more
they were moving
orcs.
300 feet away, you wouldn't know.
Okay.
Okay, with the rest of my turn, I'm gonna move up to that guy. I got you, Vaughn. I got
Please,
you.
yeah, finish him. I'm scared for my life.
And I'm gonna try to clamp this guy as well into the ground real quick before he can move.
Nice.
20
Give me a big hit.
on
big
the
damage.
attack. 11 on the dumb guy. If that kills.
11 on the guy in front of you.
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah, so you just immediately knocked him, his friend, past him, and he was actually trying to turn to look at you. He turned back to see his friend fly across, and he's sitting there kind of staring at what was his partner in combat for years. And as he's doing that, you just kind of casually walk up with one hand. You just take the log in the air, and then you kind of go up to his ear, and you're like, "Hey." And as he's turning, you just drop the log. Like, you let the weight of the log just come down and just smash him into the ground. His head is just pulverized. And it's just all in a day's work for the log.
buddy. I was just trying to help him join his buddy. Okay.
As you do that, you have like this smirk on
session.
your face. Like, you're like, you've done really well. And you hear...
Oh God.
Come on.
And... another ogre comes into view. And
Are
this
you
ogre...
fucking serious?
Richard.
Okay. Ooh. The music changed. We have more music. And another ogre comes into view, and this one, he looks to be some sort of like maybe the leader of the ogre. He looks bigger, he looks stronger, angrier even. And he's got a scar across one of his eyes where he has no vision on the eye, but you can tell he's been in a lot of battles. And as he appears, the other orcs take a formation around him. And they start slowing their approach, as they kind of are assuming that their friends are all dead there.
Okay.
This looks
still-
to be the last remnants of the enemies in this area.
I still have an attack. I'm gonna swing on this little dude in front of me.
Okay,
That's a 20.
that hits.
5 damage.
So, like, you see the ogre in his retainer of orcs around him, and you're kind of like staring at that. And as you're staring at that, you like give a quick glance to the orc in front of you, who's like scared, looking around, just got blasted from behind with the lightning. And you just take your mace and you're just like, and just like immediately kill him as you're like focus. And you turn your shield towards everyone in the distance for what looks to be the final battle.
Is there any way? Is there any way to like run over here and squeeze in a short rest or anything?
Can you arcade recovery
Yeah,
Little sausage
I
and
can only
biscuit.
arcade recovery during a short rest.
during short rest?
How long is a
During
short
your
rest?
short
An
rest.
hour?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no way you can do that.
Can we? I mean, can we go back to the horses? Can't we just be like,
You could
we'll
try to
be
run.
back?
I mean, there's a big distance between you guys.
Is there? Cause what if I run directly at him?
It's up to you guys. Vaughn. Yeah. What do you got for spells, bro?
I'm on cantrips. Your boy, I think I have one more spell.
Okay.
I have, nope, I'm full. Actually, I have 0 spells. I'm on cantrips
0
now.
spells.
Yeah.
So
got
Fireball.
hypothetically,
We got
let's just-
dancing lights for days. We got some chill touch. I can drop a fireball, and if your boy wants to mess with someone, we're in all day. Other than that, we're fucked.
let's say hypothetically, I
You got your
move
shank
here.
though?
Is this hypothetical or is this actual?
It's
Hypothetically,
hypothetical.
Okay.
Strictly.
what if I move here? How do we, as a group, feel about that movement?
I feel terribly about that. I'm running out of rage. I am no longer upset.
You can rage multiple times a day, though. Bradley doesn't know that.
I don't.
Can I? I don't. Wait.
Can we leave this area and come back like tomorrow? Like
How
can we
many
have a-
rages do I get a day?
It should say on your character sheet.
Your rage ends early if you're knocked unconscious. Hostile.
You guys didn't see that.
Oh, 3? I have 3 rages per long rest.
Yeah, so
God.
hypothetically, what if I ran in right here?
I hate that still because we got no spells. But these are
We
all
have cantrips.
hypotheticals. We're not.
I can cantrips. You guys gonna be doing all the damage, and I'm low. I'm at 11 HP. So like, if anything touches me, We could be
So
one shot.
hypothetically, let's just say I moved right here.
Okay.
Pathetically, I guess I'd back you up. I don't know. Fuck this.
I'm in, dude.
Pebble!
I'm still healthy as fuck.
Stay close, Pebble. Come here.
All right, Pebble's gonna be doing all my
Eat the
spells
shit.
from
Hey,
here.
you
as
cannot
you do-
move that far.
Wait, maybe I can't move that far.
I counted all my blocks.
How far can I
So
move?
you guys
We're
are like-
actually-
30 feet.
You guys have
30
been
feet?
battling for like the better part of a day. You're all very sweaty. You're covered in mud and blood. You've got scrapes and bruises all around you, and you're just kind of like forming this last, like you're very tired. You're forming this last bastion of defense versus this insurmountable enemy in front of you. And you kind of like have formed a wall using the wall to your left to protect Vaughn. And you're looking angrily at your opponents. You know, Raymond just has like this glare and is like leaning forward. Turk is just absolutely just like, come at me, bro. And even Pebbles kind of makes a skeletal hand appear in front of them and just goes whoosh, right to the enemy.
Pebble be
That fucking
so fucking
demon
angry.
horse is such a DM machine.
We gotta get rid of
My
Pebble.
God.
Something's changed about Pebbles.
I swear he's the final boss.
His other name's Cryovane. Okay, whose action was it? You guys are just moving forward, right?
We just did all of our attacks, so technically it's their turn.
Okay,
Maybe we shouldn't have been this close. Then. Fuck.
so
Fuck.
Can they
it,
walk up
dude.
to us?
so they're like halfway through their movement and they're in formation, and the lead orc, this guy right here, I don't know if you can see, this guy right here, he kind of like glances past you, and sees the two orc bodies near Von Dernflip, absolutely
bodies?
decimated, and he kind of like starts backing up, and he bumps right into what looks to be like their leader, and he turns around and he has this really scared look and he starts to run. He starts to flee, and the ogre,
You better get out of here.
the ogre, as you're saying that, the ogre takes his club and just goes and completely flattens the orc. Like, you can't make out anything of it. There's just a hole in the ground where his club used to be. His body has completely disappeared from. This is the largest tree that you've ever seen anything wield, and you've seen things hold trees before, but this ogre is bigger. It looks meaner, and it is absolutely like calm and collected for ogre. It's not like yelling out. It seems like it's done this before. It completely destroyed that orc, and immediately both of the orcs charge in after that, knowing that there's no running from this, and they get into position. The first orc swings at Raymond, and he looks like really nervous. Like, he's not really looking at Raymond. He's kind of like glancing over to the ogre to his left, kind of like, I'm doing the thing that you told me to do, but like he's not putting anything into his swings. Completely is just whiffing and mainly like holding up his shield, kind of like hoping that he does something. And he does do something. He is going to swing his great club.
Is this the ogre or the
ogre? Yes. The ogre's gonna swing his great club for. Hold on. I need to find the right die.
Why am I so nervous? What the hell?
Yeah, I'm kind of like
fucking
really leaning
nervous.
forward right now.
He's gonna swing down and just go for 12 damage right onto Raymond, and you block the brunt of this with your shield, but the sheer force, it like, you feel like you've damaged your shoulder and you're like getting pushed down as you're doing this. You feel if you were a lesser man, you would have immediately been crushed, but you're made of stronger metal than that. And yeah, you take 11.
What did he roll to hit?
He rolled a 24.
I just like knowing, because not a lot of people can hit me.
Yeah, that's the first. That's like one of the biggest, besides the greed explosion. That's like the first like big hit you've taken from an
That's the
actual
first
creature.
hit in combat I've ever taken.
Yeah. Ever?
Yeah.
Wow. And seeing that, the other orc is kind of emboldened, and he's gonna take a swing at. Where is he? What's your AC, Turk?
I want to tango with the log right now. 13.
You get 13 AC?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And he's... Man, I have to have like a different die for every fucking roll. What is... Do I even have a D12?
You want me to roll one for you?
Yes.
Okay.
Wait, no, I have a D12. I have a D12.
Well, I rolled a 2. Let's go with whatever that roll
I'm gonna
was.
roll mine. That's gonna be a. So he's gonna slash you across your bare chest. He's just gonna. It's gonna hit you for 5 damage. You're not even focused on blocking for some reason. You're just very angry. You've been angry for a very long time. Your face is red. You're covered in blood and mud. Most of the blood's not all yours, but some of it is. And you've got slashes all over your chest, and you kind of just glance down, like, all right, what's another scar on my chest? Who cares?
That's reduced damage, right? The 5.
That's it reduced. Yep.
Okay.
And
How are you doing on health?
that's gonna be everything.
19. You know, going down slowly.
Okay. Our turns.
Yes.
Okay, I would like to hit the ogre, because if I hit him, he has disadvantage on attacks.
Good call.
Okay.
I do think we should kill off the small orcs first, because that's a lot of extra damage.
Can do.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, so I'm rolling to hit on big dude. I rolled a 23.
That hits.
Damage is 5, and he's debuffed.
Okay. So you just give him a quick like smack, and he kind of blocks it with his arm, and you see that you punctured the skin, and like, you know, he's bleeding. He just goes and then glances back over to the log poke.
Is it my turn? Sorry.
Yeah, we're all kind of going.
Yeah, you guys all go over. So you're basically like
I
taking
see.
turns swinging back and forth.
I see. Okay. I am gonna kill the ads. I'm gonna kill the little fox. Let's go for the top one first.
Okay.
Let me roll to attack. So I'll have rage going. Still upset.
This is your last turn of rage.
19 is my to hit. 9 is my dumga.
Okay.
Does that kill? If it
You
doesn't
would have
kill, I'm
to
gonna
you would
roll
have to
again.
attack twice regardless. Like, it's your decision. You can attack him once or twice, but the damage all hits at once. So
But it's a
No, he can
As a
spread out his
bonus
attacks
action.
and stuff.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
But fine. I'm
Okay,
just trying to
fine.
bend the rules
I'll
here.
attack twice.
He doesn't die from the first hit.
Okay. Thank
Okay.
you. That's all I needed to know.
Mhm.
I will attack it again. I roll an 8. I don't think that one's gonna hit.
So how much damage? Oh, yeah, you
It
rolled
was
8 to
9
hit.
damage.
Yeah, that doesn't hit.
8 doesn't hit.
Right.
Okay.
So you just
So-
swing for 9 damage. So
9
with this
damage.
ogre in front of you, like lumbering, like the ogre, he's actually 11 feet tall. He's even bigger than the other ogres. And he's kind of like leaning forward to look at you, with a club in one hand and his other hand like this. And with that like looming presence above you, almost, you kind of are just like,
Smack the guy to my
you're
right.
just like, and you just boom, like playing like whack-a-mole. So you give him like a good hit in his shoulder, and he's kind of like hitting it back. It looks like it hurt him horribly, but you know, you're half paying attention to the guy that you're swinging at.
Okay.
And Von Dernflip, what do you got for us?
Hey,
Yeah.
real quick, with my bonus action, I'm gonna use Second Wind, and I recover 7 HP.
Oh wow.
Okay,
Nice. Good.
seems pretty
Okay,
good.
sorry, didn't mean to interrupt him.
No, you're fine. Completely fine. So I'm double checking the rules on this familiar and what I can and cannot cast. Apparently, let me just double read this to you guys. When it comes to my familiar, when you cast a spell with a range of touch, your familiar can deliver a spell as if it had cast a spell. So that chill touch that I'm doing is technically a ranged spell, so I don't think I'm
Yeah.
able to use that. However,
Well, you used it in melee range each time, so
is that okay? Like, okay, I don't. Like, I can't use Firebolt, like, for instance, but like
Right.
Chill Touch in my mind for some reason thought like I was touching. But there is a spell that I can cast. It's a cantrip. It's called let me double check this real quick as I pull this up. Shocking Grasp. The problem is I haven't learned this. But in our first campaign, when we beat the gnomes, we got a wizard hat that I have in my head called the Hat of Wizardry, which allows for me to roll for a cantrip that I don't know and see if I can cast it. And I want to do that here. I have to roll a arcane check, and it has to be above a 10. So I'm going to do that now.
Okay.
It's a 16.
All right.
Nice.
So now I'm able to cast a spell that I don't know, which was, again, Shocking Grasp. Let me pull this up real quick.
Big moves. Big moves.
We're trying.
I mean, look at that.
The Shocking Grasp is a 1d8, which I don't have a 1d8, so I'm just going to roll one that I have on here. It's going to be the Chill Touch, but this is for this. And I get advantage if they're wearing metal. So is any of these creatures wearing metal in front of us?
The orcs are not. Well, yeah, the orcs are wearing some metal.
Okay, so I'm going to roll for whatever one we think is the healthiest, which I think was the bottom one. I'm going to roll for advantage on both those. And I got a 7 on one of them. And so I think it was the bottom one.
Is this advantage for hit or?
Yeah, advantage is just a hit.
Just a hit. If they're wearing metal, I can go for 2 trades on it. And I
Also,
got
you
7.
rolled damage and not hit for both of those.
Yeah.
Did I? Yeah, I'm aiming for the damage because it does hit because I rolled the hit for the first time, right, with the arcane check.
Yeah.
Oh, that.
Oh,
so
okay.
Was it?
so
Yeah,
being able to
so-
cast a spell is the same as hitting it.
I would assume so. Does anybody know the answer to that?
I don't
I
think
thought
it
you would
be.
have to roll hit again.
I think you have to roll
well,
hit.
I can go for a roll for hit. Oh, I can
Yeah,
do that.
well, it's a hit with advantage, so.
That's a 24. So
Okay, yeah, so it hits, and now you go
Connect.
for damage.
I do 7 damage on the bottom orc because I think that's one that we could have probably killed.
So that's the you want to hit the more the
The one
less
closest
injured.
to Pebble. The one closest to Pebble.
Okay,
I think that's what you have to hit, yeah.
Yeah.
and so what is
Okay.
this spell called?
Shocking Grasp. Lightning.
Shocking Grasp.
And it's coming from
It's from
the
our
seahorse.
good friend Pebble. So Pebble,
Yeah.
is once again like darting around trying to like not get hit by any stray javelins. They seem to be have a fear instilled from the javelins. You see like its one eye turning and glancing at the javelin at that orc's hip. And all of a sudden they straighten up again and their tail unfurls below them, so there's just a straight line, and their eyes immediately turn to lightning. And once again a hand appears and a lightning bolt just goes straight through the orc's chest and rocks their whole body. And they take 8 damage, right? 8?
7.
7 damage. And you can see all like the metal on them like bouncing around the lightning, and they're just still kind of like shaking. Their hair is burnt. Their face is like blackened. Their eyes are like bloodshot. And they're staring around, finding what the hell happened, and they're staring now at this little horse who just shot lightning at them right in front of them.
It didn't kill him?
And as this is hitting him, he recovers and he notices that the horse is doing it, and he kind of starts reaching for his javelin.
Oh no.
Hey,
do
good
know-
turn, Tim. Really good.
I thought it would kill
That
him,
was
but since
sweet.
it didn't kill him, do know with this particular spell, on the hit, the target will take lightning damage, and then it can't take reactions until the start of its next turn if it has metal on. So I don't know what that means or if that affects the orc, but
Reaction, so you think that it can't move this turn?
it can't take reactions until the start of its next turn. I'm assuming that means like if
Attack of opportunity.
Attack of
Okay,
opportunity. Like that's what I'm assuming. So if people want to move around that, they can now. Okay, that's the end of my turn.
Okay. All right. And so that orc right there is kind of like staring at Pebble and pulls out his javelin, hoists it up,
Oh no.
stretches his neck.
Sushi.
He looks a bit experienced. Like this is the orcs or the ogre's personal guard. So these are very highly trained orcs. They don't mess around, except the one who got crushed in the ground. Maybe he was new. And he takes his javelin, and Pebble is kind of like flying all around, darting. It sees it. It looks very panicked. It knows that like this is what killed it before in its previous life.
Oh no.
And he takes it, just goes right past them. Pebble expertly dodges it, as it's got experience with javelins now.
God,
And-
we need Pebble to die.
Let's get to the spell for now.
And then it
I
has
need
like
more spells right now.
almost this very serious look in its eyes as it turns its body to stare at the orc. You can almost see hatred in its eyes. The other orc on the right side of the ogre,
I'm getting
he is going to
concerned.
swing his great axe. He's going to swing his great axe at Raymond, and he's just going to walk forward because he's got a two-handed blade. Ugh! And Raymond is just going to take his shield and kind of deflect it. Bing! Just goes right off your shield, scrapes into the ground, and you take a step back to make sure that he can't get any counterattacks. So you deflect that. And then the ogre has one singular focus. It's just staring at this bloodied, scarred, and taunting man in front of him. And he kind of like he has an entire tree in one hand, and with his free hand, he casually like points at the Logpope and says in giant, "You die now." And then takes his giant tree above his head and just slams it down.
Ow! Don't. Man,
What's
whatever you're doing.
your AC again? As you said, 13 or 12?
No, 35.
I think my AC is 600 actually.
13.
13. Yeah. So. Oh. 8 here. Okay.
I don't want Turk to die.
Come on, disadvantage. Come
Oh,
on.
jeez.
I'm raging. I'm chilling. Maybe.
So he takes this and he just. And it connects with you, but you kind of like. This tree is coming down, and as it's coming down, like you take some of the hit, but you're able to like move aside as it like slams to the ground. The force from the tree hitting next to you, and it did connect with you slightly, which you are going to take 6 damage because you're raging. Although I'm not sure if your rage fell off after the end of the turn, or if it's the entirety of this full turn.
It's this turn.
This
I'm just
turn.
gonna
Okay.
rage again immediately.
I know, but I
And
wasn't sure if there's a
you
way
Can I
where
back
he
to
could
back
hit you.
rage like that? Can I just?
I don't see why
Is
not.
that how it
I mean,
works?
as long as the rules.
It'll just take another turn for your frenzy thing to ramp up.
Right,
again.
right.
Yeah,
right,
you just won't get
that's
frenzy for that turn.
Right.
And so that it actually hits the ground next to you, and just you actually are almost launched. Like you're moved like 2 feet, and you stumble back and you regain your footing. But the force, like you could feel the air just shove you aside from the mass of the object that they just hit. If you took a full hit from that, you would not be surviving. And with that thought in mind, you think back to the time you tried to block a tree with your log, and maybe that's not a good idea this time.
Simpler days.
But he actually can't, like, so as he tosses it down, there's so much debris and stuff flying that he can't even see as he hits it. So he has this look of disappointment on his face when he lifts up his tree and doesn't see you underneath it. And then he
And while
glances
he
over to
has
you.
that look of disappointment, unwavering mark, the last time I can do it, I'm rolling to attack.
Okay.
Come
What's
on.
the unwavering mark? What's that?
That's my debuff I put on them. Twice per long rest I can attack if they hit you.
Oh yeah, right.
18 to hit.
That hits. Yeah.
6 damage.
6 damage. And this is with your mace, right?
Yep.
All right, so you have your shield in front of the orc who just swung his great axe, and he's kind of like dragging it out of the dirt right now. And with that motion, you just reach over as far as you can, and you hit him you hit the ogre on the side of the knee, and he looks like he's like, ugh. He just looks angry at you. How much damage? 6?
6.
6. I don't know if I added that twice, but whatever. Okay, and he still looks. I mean, this is one tough ogre. He doesn't seem phased so far. He just seems more pissed off than he was. Starting to lose some of his calm collectedness, and really reaching into his more ogre tendencies.
Gotcha.
Is that all your turns?
Yeah.
Or
That was
did we
their
start?
turns.
Yeah.
That was their turns.
Oh, that was
we haven't
their
done
turns.
our turns
Okay,
yet.
I'm confused.
Mine was a reaction because he attacked.
Okay, yeah, we did. Okay, right. All right, so now it's all your turns.
Now it's our turns. And I'm going to try to fucking hit him again because I want that debuff to keep riding. 16. to
That's a hit.
3 damage.
Okay, another just like you just keep slamming your mace into him, and it's starting to look like he's starting to like not like that, but he hardly notices, and he's more focused on the smashing at hand.
And that's it. That's all I'm doing.
All right,
That's it.
Log Poper, Von Dernflip, whichever.
Okay, I'm gonna move up here, and then I'm going to use my Firebolt cantrip because I don't have any more melee spells to use through my Pebble. I'll roll for a hit on Firebolt. I roll a 9. I'm looking to hit the orc on the bottom.
You rolled a 9 to hit?
Yeah.
Okay, that does not hit. So as you're casting the spell, it's a Firebolt, you said?
Yeah. Oh, no. Fire.
Firebolt.
Yeah, Firebolt. Yeah,
Firebolt.
yeah.
So you just, your eyes glow red and you're like, and the beam comes out, but just goes right in between the orc and the ogre and just goes right past. But the ogre seems to have taken notice to this bolt of hot fire, and
You fucking run at me.
he kind of glances over and he just now spots you for the first time. And he
How
looks,
much did you move on the first part of your turn?
10 feet up.
Okay, you can move back if you want to get
Okay.
get further away. I don't want
15,
this guy
20,
to walk over
25, 30. Yeah, that should be good. Okay. All right,
Okay.
I moved back. That's the end of my turn. Over to you, Log Pope. Good luck. Hit him, because I suck
Thank
ass.
you. I will go into another rage. As I'm going to a rage,
you. You gotta do the work cry.
instead of the war cry, I'll say to the ogre, I'll turn to the ogre and say, Billy called you a bitch right before he died. And see if that has any effect on his mental. I assume not.
he just kind of looks at you, confused as to how you know who Billy is. Billy, Billy's nothing to me.
You know Billy.
But where is he? He's a nice guy.
Love.
Actually, after that, he's like, "You no talk of Billy," because he knows that Billy's dead over there, and he gets like visibly upset, which
Sure.
maybe isn't in your favor.
I'm gonna go for an attack on the small ad up top once again, the orc.
Okay.
Here's my thingy to hit. 22.
That's a hit.
I will. 13 damage.
So you, as you're taunting him, he looks like visibly upset, and the ogre, and he just is like, Billy. As he glances over to Billy's corpse, he's just very like angry, upset. A lot of them. You see the ogre trying to process the emotions, and he's closing his eyes and shaking his head, and you're not really sure what to make of that. But while he's doing that, you just immediately go, womp, and reach over and just smash this orc, this very unlucky orc, who has just been slowly getting beat down the whole time, and he is absolutely crushed into the ground. He drops his weapons
One
and
down.
falls lifeless over.
Can I use the rest of my movement now?
You can?
Since we're all going at the same time?
Sure.
Okay, not leaving the range of the ogre. I moved to
Okay.
Oh, never mind. I shouldn't do that. I'll move to here. I'll just circle around him a little bit.
All right.
Why did you decide against that? I don't understand.
Because he only has disadvantage on attacks if I'm within 5 feet of you as well. So if I moved over here, I wouldn't be within 5 feet of you, so he could hit you pretty fucking hard.
Got you.
All right.
That's so
Do we have any more? Did you guys all do your turns?
I believe so.
Yeah.
Yeah, unless anyone wants to move more.
Okay. So the ogre kind of he sees you moving to his right, and sees Logpoke to his left, or yeah, the ogre. And then he kind of glances over at Von Dernflip and he reaches for a javelin, which
No.
he notices he doesn't have. And then he turns to the orc beside him and reaches for his javelin and doesn't find a javelin. So then he takes his big meaty hand and grabs the orc, and the orc looks surprised and starts to squirm, and he takes the orc and he goes whew, and throws the orc towards Von Dornflip.
This guy takes damage on the ground, 100%. Right?
100%.
And so he
100%
slams to the ground.
damage.
He takes 3 bludgeoning damage, and he's prone in this position as he just skids across the wet earth towards you, surprised, clearly not wanting to be there.
I take out my knife and I
That's a good
smile, remembering what I
Yeah.
did earlier in the night.
And that's the ogre's action. The orc kind of he gets up and he looks around and he just gets into battle stance. Like maybe this has happened before, but he hates it. You're not really sure, but he starts charging at you. What's your AC?
Fucking 11, dude. It's so
No,
shit.
mage armor, mage
yeah,
armor, mage
mage.
Oh, yeah,
armor.
what do you mage armor for 8 hours? So if we've been here for 8 hours, you hear an A.
Yeah, you.
Okay.
Yeah,
No.
roughly 8 hours, but we'll say you have mage armor on still. So
Okay,
how,
I'm
how
at
much-
14. 14 mage armor then.
14. Okay.
We dodge the shit, we dodge the shit, we dodge the shit.
If it's the same as your AC, then it still hits, right?
13 would hit, yeah.
So you have 13.
14?
You have 14.
Yeah,
I have 14. I have
If you have
14.
14 AC and I have 14 to hit, then it would hit.
Yeah, it would hit, yeah.
Okay.
Dang.
Unlucky.
What is this life we live?
Wait, what are you at, Mr. Vaughn? Oh
11
no.
HP, bro. One hit
Uh-oh.
did 9 damage to
They
me
could
earlier.
one hat. They
Yeah.
could one tap him in.
Do I like walk away out of frame if I die? Is that it?
We'll need to summon you.
Well,
So
no,
he,
you would
he-
do
he's gonna
death
charge
rolls
at you, and he drops his shield, and he's just going off for an all-out attack. He takes his sword, and he's running forward, and he just, and you feel the sword. You feel yourself like push back a bit as the mage armor absorbs some of the blow, but it still pierces through, and he just drags it across and slashes your robe as you feel almost absolutely gutted. You are not feeling so good, but it doesn't seem like any vital organs were hit, and you're gonna take 9 damage.
Fuck. What's
You're
your
at
health?
2 HP.
He is 2.
Yeah. Mathematically, that means
2
I'm still alive.
HP. Technically.
Okay.
Gosh. Vaughn!
So you've got a hole in your shoulder, and you've been slashed at
How
the
much
chest.
damage have we done to this orc, team? We've done like 9.
I don't
He
know.
took bludgeoning damage.
I don't
He's
know.
gotta be close, right?
The
You
orc
hit
or
him
the-
once. You hit him with electricity. That's it.
I mean,
for
if
9
you're
damage,
looking
I
at
believe.
him, I mean, he's just holding on by barely anything. If this is his last-ditch effort, he's got nothing left in the tank.
Shank his ass.
If-
Shank him.
If I were to, in my backpack, I have a ranged weapon. If I were to swap weapons, how does that work?
I can allow that. We'll just say that you're able to use that if you want to use that.
Okay. Is it our turn now?
Yeah, their turns have concluded.
Fawn, why don't you try to take a swing at that fucking guy?
Yeah,
Pretty-
yeah. See
Yeah.
if you can kill it, and then we'll help accordingly.
I think I stay away from doing a strength because I'm a 7 strength and I just do a spell here. How much of a negative thing do I have using a ranged spell into melee form? Like, isn't there like a debuff on that?
No. It's the
No?
same.
Okay, so I can just fireball this. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, could you do the grasp on it? I think it does more damage.
What's that?
The chilling touch or whatever.
The chill touch is a 1d8. The fireball is a 1d10.
Also, you'd have to
excuse me.
roll for
Sorry.
the hat to be able to cast it again.
The hat is only usable once. I have to do a long rest in order
I
to
see, okay.
use that.
I didn't mean shocking. He knows an icy one.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
the
the
ice,
chill
the
touch.
chilling
Chilling
touch. Okay, yeah.
But
I
1d10
didn't realize
is my
fireball did
highest
more.
DPS possibility.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry.
Okay, I'm gonna roll for the firebolt. 13.
It hits. Roll for
Woo!
damage.
1d10. 7. That has to be good.
Oh!
So a firebolt, you said?
Yeah, firebolt. Yep.
So like you're slashed up and like your robes are like ruined. You've got a hole here, a hole here. The wind's blowing behind you, and you have like this very serious look as you're like, you know that like if you fail this, you will be dead. And it's a very desperate battle between you and this orc, and you're both just cut to pieces. And you take your staff with all the energy that you have left in you, which is not much, and you lower it and you level it towards him. And he gets this
Don't twirl.
angry snarl on his face as he starts to charge at you again with his great axe in both hands. And you're just running, like, you're starting to move towards him too, and you're just running at each other. And you just let loose this, you said firebolt, right?
Firebolt, yeah.
Firebolt. You let loose this beam of fire, and it's like your eyes become like glowing red. You close your eyes and you open your eyes and they're just glowing red. There's almost an aura around you, and Raymond is looking and thinks that like maybe you could be on fire. He's starting to worry about you as you just have this aura and you just the line of lava. It almost is like a stream of lava coming out, and it's not like the spells you've cast before. It's not just like a quick bolt. It's like a continuous stream for 2 seconds, and you just go and just you completely slice him in half. As his legs are still running, the bottom of his torso flops over, and his surprised look on his face as he like veers off to the right. His body goes in 2 different places, and he's completely destroyed.
Fuck yeah.
Your bolt keeps going as you, because you slash downwards like this. The bolt, you see it hit the wall over here, and just start to meld the stone, and then actually starts a fire, a small fire in the area on the ground, like the grass catches fire.
This place looks pretty green. I wouldn't worry about it. It's probably lots of moisture.
Yeah, there's definitely a morning dew here as well.
Yeah, that fire won't be that bad. I'm sure.
Oh my god. Oh, we made
This
it
is just
through
the
it, and
conversation you're having as he's at like 2 HP, up, like about to kill over.
No, that was not in game.
I look over at the ogre before deciding to move, and I'm like, does he have anything else he could possibly throw at me? Can I investigate?
Well, he already checked himself for javelins.
He can't like fucking throw a random
There
rock
was
at me or
nothing
something,
around
right?
to
Like,
throw.
are we good?
Or one of
Okay.
us.
I mean, you can't really know, but it seems like his last resort was to throw that guy at you.
I'm gonna use my 30 feet and just go back here and watch the battle through Pebble's eyes and tend to my wounds.
Cool.
Okay.
I'm gonna swing to hit. It is an 18.
Oh. That hits.
10 fucking damage.
Let's go.
Nice.
Wow,
That's
the
my
hardest you've
best
hit in a
roll.
while.
That was the top roll for me.
Get his ass.
So this beam of lava, this ogre seems particularly scared of magic, and as it comes across, he kind of backs up,
Good thing I'm out.
like with a look of terror on his face that you haven't seen on him before. He doesn't seem scared of you guys at all, but the fire really terrifies him. And as he backs up with the light of the fire illuminating his body a bit more, you notice that he has heavy burn marks on his chest from a previous battle. So he's very terrified of fire. And as you do this, or as he's backing up and doing that, he seems off guard. So you just take this moment and you run forward, and you have to jump, and you just you slam your mace into the back of his shoulder, and then with the weight of your body, drag it down on his back, and he just screams out in pain and turns towards you. But you inflict heavy damage, and you can see that you've like almost torn some tendons, and he does not seem happy about that.
The morning
very
start,
angry.
too, so it's all spiky and fucking ripping stuff.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
Yeah, jeez.
Um,
So is he scared of magic or is he scared of fire, for clarification?
it seems more so fire, because
Okay.
he's aware of magic, but he especially hits fire.
Could we light the log pope's weapon on fire if I like shoot a firebolt at it?
No
used
way.
to
Like
do
an
that in
infusion?
Dark Souls, fucking.
That's some
put a
Dark
pine
Souls shit right
resin
there.
on that.
I mean,
We
you
have
could
a
certainly
log.
try.
We can certainly. I mean, we have a log that we can fuse into another weapon for you if that one burns.
I'm
on
down.
fire.
Yeah,
fucking
he
down?
had a great club. Yeah, absolutely. I would.
Do you
be
have any
down.
booze in your inventory? You could pour it over the log
I
for.
don't think I do.
A cloth or something? Like
Maybe you got. Wait, don't you have a torch, Raymond? I think you have a torch, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we could use
But that
that.
doesn't mean it's lit. That just means it can be lit.
Maybe we could dancing lights it into fire.
I mean, I can firebolt it, so I can turn it into fire.
Yeah, that
for you.
too. Right.
Yeah, it'll be fine. Okay. Next turn.
I don't know
Next
how.
turn.
Okay, next turn.
Next turn.
Alright.
Next turn.
Fine. I will clap the shit out of it then. I have frenzy now.
Okay.
So I'm gonna attack once again. That's a 6 roll. So I'm gonna roll again into a 23, and I will deal 7 damage.
That's both your attacks, 1 missed, 1 hit, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
That's correct.
Okay. So he's not really sure. The ogre is kind of glancing around. He's not really sure where the next attack is going to come from. And your first attack just immediately misses because he keeps turning, and it's pretty hard to miss an ogre, but you've managed it. And then he turns back at you, and as he turns back, you reared up another strike, and you just right in the stomach, and you can just see you knock the wind out of him as he almost drops his weapon, and he looks like wasn't the most damaging hit. You think you may have broke something, but it's more so knocked the wind out of him, and he's surprised now. He's like really pissed off at you. 7 damage, right? Okay. Is that all your turns?
Yeah, I think it's the ogre's turn.
Okay. The ogre is what's he gonna do?
Last we left off, he was looking at Walter for moving.
Yeah, he kind of is glancing back between the both of them.
I just want to take this opportunity to say I really like Raymond. He's a fun character. I'm enjoying
I want to
debuffing quite a bit.
Echo that as well. Raymond's pretty legit in my book. We'd be friends in high school, I think.
So
good.
the ogre is he takes his log in both hands, the tree, and he glances back and forth, one the other one, and he takes it and he just swings at about ground level, and it looks like he's turning and trying to hit both of you at the same time. Both of you need to perform an athletics check.
Oh, champ. I'm gonna do a flip. 20.
Nice.
All right, every athletics check I've done today has been superb. The
You got
mithril
this.
ring armor is light as air. I feel more nimble now than I ever did at any point in my life, and I rolled a 10.
Do you have any bonuses, or is that 10 total?
10 total.
Total.
Okay. So he takes this and he puts everything into this swing, and it's just the force of this tree. Like, the tree is scraping across the ground. There's no chance that you have to jump. Log Pope, he's unarmored. He's very nimble, very muscular, especially if you ask an old lady back on Umbral Hill.
We should go
And
back there sometime.
he does. He's like trying to show off for some reason, and he literally just does a backflip over the log. Maybe it was necessary, maybe not. But he completely skips out on all the damage. But as the giant log starts swinging towards Raymond jumps up in the air, but his armor is weighing him down. It's more about a height in this situation, and both of his legs just get smacked by this log, and he's turned and lands on his back, and he's gonna take.
Oh my God, Raymond!
Maybe you got Lieutenant
He's gonna
Dan.
take 8 damage, and he's gonna be knocked prone.
Okay.
Ow.
Okay, is it our turns?
It
Yeah,
is.
that would be. Yeah, he only gets one move.
That's a good move.
I
Log Pope,
quickly
got an
stand
idea.
back up. No one saw anything. That's half my movement. But...
Okay, so I think we all agreed as long as like we're in like melee range, I can kind of use Pebble as like a spell cast.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I looked at Log Pope with Pebble because Pebble's in range, and I'm like, okay, we gotta try something crazy. He seems to be scared of fire, and I put Pebble in position to interact with this big wooden stick, and I'm hoping the Log Pope will extend it out for me.
I'll hesitantly fucking, treat it well or whatever. I don't know.
This is a big moment for Log Pope.
This
He's
is
Yeah.
huge. This is like teamwork and stuff.
he's
Just
letting
because
someone
there's-
interact with the log.
There's other
Uh,
logs around, so I'm sure I can find a replacement, surely. If you fuck this up, but don't. Also. Go ahead.
All right,
Out
Log
the
Pope,
way.
we'll try our best. Moon, what should I do here? Should I roll for a hit like in combat, or is there anything different
You're
we want to do?
gonna hit. Roll for a wisdom check.
A wisdom check?
Yeah.
Is that perception? Or
No,
insight?
just at the top. Up at the top,
Oh, okay,
where all the stats are listed.
gotcha.
So what you're trying to do here, actually, why don't you explain it before I say it? What exactly
What
are
we're
you
trying to do is infuse this wooden stick with fire because this ogre seems terrified of fire, so I'm hoping that it's like a weakness for him of some sort. And I can't do it from the position that I'm in, so I'm putting all hopes and dreams on the Log Pope and his stick here to be a massive hit later on. So we're
Okay.
trying to infuse fire into it, kind of like Dark Souls.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
like
rolled
pine
a
resin.
13
13.
on wisdom.
Okay. So this pebble is going to be shooting a firebolt at.
He can even like just have the fire come from him. He can even hug it and
Engulf
around
it
I'm down.
into fire, kind of.
I'm down for him to infuse into this shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Pebble once again straightens up, and that's how you know that they're being controlled. Are you communicating with Logpope in some way to let him know?
Oh,
Yeah, I
that's
have
a
his
good
message.
point.
I
He
have
would
his
have
message.
no idea.
We're
Oh,
talking.
Yeah,
Through
we're
the,
communicating. That was totally something we glossed over. 'cause
Yeah,
we're so
I
used to
know.
it.
Telepathy and
Logpope,
stuff. We're fucking-
Just hold out the stick and just believe in Pebble.
Okay.
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 So Logpope kind
Wait.
of like
We have the talkie stones. We could say we talked through
but
those.
do we know
We got
who
our
has
cantrip.
what?
The cantrip is literally a message that I have.
We don't
Well,
really
if
know
you
who
cast
has
the
what.
cantrip, then you can't cast the spell this turn.
So I sent a thought over to Logpope, and then in my talkie sandstone, I talked to Raymond. Raymond, back him up on this. We gotta make
So
sure
you guys
got
aren't
this.
the ones with the stones, so you're not able to do that. But Pebbles kind of turns, like straightens up, and then slowly turns towards the Logpope, and like glances at the log and glances at him, and he kind of gets the gist of it. In his eyes, there's fire, like he just has flames in his eyes, and you see almost, you feel like you're seeing smoke come out of his little seahorse mouth, his snout, and so you kind of motion, Logpope motions towards the log, and the eyes glow redder, and so you hold it out in front of the Pebbles, kind of like backing up a little bit and kind of worried that they might hurt your weapon. And Pebbles takes a deep breath. You see their chest expand, and then releases just a chain of fire along the log, and it starts to smolder a little bit, and you don't see any flames taking. There's a lot of mud on the weapon. The log is kind of wet from blood and other substances. But then the Logpope understands what's happening and tries to stoke the flames with his breath. Do a
Good.
Survival check?
Constitution check. Like how much wind can you put onto this
okay.
with your mouth?
Okay.
My lung capacity is
Yeah,
that a
your lung
question?
capacity
As
is the
a-
make or break here.
Oh, it's great.
Can Raymond help him? They're right
Uh,
next to each other.
I'm gonna need
Right.
help.
Breathe.
How are you gonna help him breathe better? Like breathe out more?
No,
You could
I
punch him in
rolled
the
a
stomach
6.
so his wind comes out of his
You
lung.
rolled a
rolled
6 total?
It's
I
not-
help him. Oh, I aid him by squeezing more air out of him with my strength.
That's a good idea. As if
That's
I'm
a great
choking on
idea.
food.
Yeah.
Okay. And I need you to so roll again.
Can I roll again?
Yeah,
Okay.
you would have
alright,
advantage
fuck
then.
Fuck.
Okay. Well, it's a 7 this time. It's
So
improving one at a time.
Raymond gets up
Good
behind
squeeze,
you
though.
and puts his arms around your stomach, and as you're trying to like, and he goes like this, and he squeezes really tight, and you just nothing happens, and then you're. And then you burp and you go, and then all of a sudden the flames are stoked, and there's just the fire starts roaring on your log. The flames all kick up, and you're like kind of scared to hold it, but it's more so the other end of the log that's on fire, and you hold it up, and you're like, and you hold it in front of it, and as this is happening, the whole time the ogre is watching in horror, and then it sees your flaming weapon. So we're gonna say that you moved over here to do that. So it starts to slowly like back away. The question is, are you guys gonna let him run?
The
No,
question
you
is,
guys-
if this
no.
motherfucker backs away, can he survive attack of opportunities?
Well, you can certainly try. I will say though, he does not look like he's have suffered anything life-threatening so far. That's what I'll
I'm
say.
not fucking letting this guy run, dude. You kidding
No way.
me?
Okay,
Grapple
well
with
you
that.
guys can both roll for attack of opportunities.
Yes, please.
I rolled a 17 to hit and
That
a
hits.
3 for damage.
7 to hit. I'm
Do we
not
get-
gonna roll for damage.
Does this fire-infused weapon do like extra damage or anything? By the way, like is that a thing?
I don't know.
It sounds like it
Cool.
just frightened him.
Okay.
So-
that's an advantage.
So you take a swing at him with your flaming weapon, and he takes a step back, and he glances at you and he glances at this horse with their eyes still glowing with fire, and he drops his weapon and everything he's holding and just sprints in the opposite direction as far as he can run.
Holy shit, that worked.
Booking it.
Think we can run.
1, 2,
Hell
3,
yeah.
4, 5, 10, 15, 20. I
guess
chased.
it'd be like right there.
I fucking chased him.
And so as he's running, he's just, and you can like see the footsteps that you're trying to avoid stepping in those because like you might trip and fall. That's how much he's impacting the ground. But he's just in a full bolting retreat at this point.
And I'm in a full speed chase.
If that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do, right?
And Turk, you got movement and swing here, so.
Yeah, I will. I'll keep pace, I guess.
I can attack this turn too. I didn't have to dash for that. That was. Let me
Oh
make
yeah,
sure.
I have another attack as well, huh? Oh yeah, right.
Oh yeah, I was in range for sure.
Yeah, we infused your weapon. You haven't done your main attack yet.
Right. That was a opportunity attack. I remember now. Okay, well I catch up with the ogre. Where are you going, big guy? I say as I chase him
And
down.
as he's running, he turns back. No fire! No fire!
Okay, well fire comes to you. I'm gonna roll to hit. It's gonna be 23. Hit him in the back with a fat 12 damage.
Was
And
it
then
23
I-
a crit? What's your bonus to hit?
It's not.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna roll again, I guess. 21, and then the damage is gonna be 13. So 12 plus 13 damage. So
You gonna do the math?
25.
25.
Yeah, that's the damage I can do in a turn. Turns out.
So as you're running and chasing him, he's just he's looking around and he kind of skids to a stop because he's trying to decide like what direction he wants to go into. And as he's doing that, you're just sprinting unbeknownst to him. He turns around and sees the flames of your weapon and just puts out his hands and you just
Oh mercy!
and you see like start part of his furs catching fire and he's staring down in horror like you've just caved in part, like his shoulder looks dislocated, and he's just got his loincloth on fire. This loincloth is whatever the fuck you would call this banner across him. He's just starting to burn. He's got like singed flesh all over his chest, right where his scar was, and he's looking down in absolute horror. And so as this is happening, he's just trying to put out the flames, and he's still backing up. And he kind of like drops to his knees and says in Giant, he looks to you, Log Pope, and he says in Giant, "Please no fire, no more." As he's like just putting everything out, he's on his knees, he's defenseless.
Hey man, do we show mercy? What do you think?
Fuck no, dude.
He's-
We've
he's
killed
not
everyone in
fucking-
space.
Fuck him up.
Fuck this guy, dude.
Poor ogre.
Okay.
I'm not normally the kill everybody type, but these fucking guys, they
I
are.
hear you.
He
I
literally
hear
threw
you.
an orc at me and tried to kill me.
Oh yeah, okay. It's the same guy. You're right.
Also, imagine what everyone's gonna say when we tell them we killed 3 fucking ogres. Like,
That's true.
I haven't attacked yet. Tim, are you able to
I can move my familiar, but that's about it.
what's the range on firebolts?
Firebolt range, it needs to either be melee through my familiar, or it needs to be... But I just cast it this turn, so I'm done on attacks. But range on Firebolt is 120 feet.
No, this is a different turn.
Is it a different turn?
Yeah, this is a
Yeah.
different turn.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
He ran.
So if it's 100 and whatever feet, can you hit from where you are?
Let's count.
Like, I know you
Wow.
can't see, but you might be able to
25,
finagle.
30 feet as far as I can go, right?
Oh,
And
okay.
then 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 30.
Yeah, you'd be able to hit.
Yeah, I would
It'd
be
be
able
like
to hit.
very far.
Oh yeah, because that wall's down.
It's a
You're gonna
fucking
yeet
no scope
that.
life, but
There's
let's see if we
no,
can
there's
do
no
it.
wall here.
God,
We roll
intervention.
for a hit. It's going to be an 11.
That does hit.
Yeah.
Big.
And then we click for the damages. Give me something big. It's a solid 4. Let's go.
Okay.
Nice.
So you send out the bolt, and like the ogre is just preoccupied. Like he's trying to put out the flames. Like he's clearly burned. He's on his knees begging for mercy, which is not something he's ever had to do before in his life. And this bolt of fire, he sees it in the distance like a flash, and he looks over, and he sees like what looks to be like a small circle of flame. But as he's looking at it in this split second, it's getting bigger and bigger, and it gets to the point where like he realizes it's coming towards him, and you see this look of panic and horror on his face as he stops begging for his life and staring at this fire. He puts his hands up, and then the bolt of flame just goes right through his eye and out the other side.
Jesus.
And it just goes through his skull, and he just sits there for a second with like a singed hole in his brain, assumably in his skull and his eye socket, just like a blank space. And he turns to the log pope. No fire. No fire. And just collapses on the ground. And then his last words are, Billy.
Oh.
I collapsed on the ground too, like flat on my back, like Dark Souls.
100%. I'm bleeding out like crazy.
Oh,
Boys, we
damn.
need a sleepy sleep. Jesus.
Yeah, that was damn. That was a really long combat. That's like the best combat we had so far. That was really close too.
Fuck. I have nothing.
Yeah, you guys are like
Please.
absolutely spent.
Please just tell me, are there any more orcs?
No, that
Can
was
we
that
do
was
a-
that was the last.
Can we do a investigation? Like, do we hear anything else? Or
You hear
anything
nothing.
else? Okay.
Like anything in a 300-foot radius that was
Okay.
here
Has
would have
attacked
came
you.
already. It's already shown up. There's nothing
Okay.
else.
I slowly get back to my feet. Stretch as if I have low back pain. I don't know if that's possible. I walk over towards Pebble and I just kind of, scoop him into the shoulder so he can hover there. And I walk towards Vaughn. Vaughn, how you holding up?
I hurt all over, but
You have a dagger or a fucking javelin in here, right?
half of one, yeah, it broke off. There's still.
All right. Can I do a medicine check to try to patch that up for him real fast? Try to heal that.
So are you guys moving towards each other?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, I didn't move my character.
Oh, I wasn't.
Yeah,
okay,
I-
sorry. I moved him to you guys.
Well, me to hear. Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine. I scooped up Pebbles with me, and I went over to them.
Did you like put out the flames on Pebble first, or? Also,
He's okay.
your log is on fire, by the way.
Oh yeah. Hey, Vaughn?
And the
can
fire
you,
is slowly spreading to the handle. You're running out of places to grab it without burning yourself.
Can you? Hot. Could you do something about this? Could we put it out?
I look
or-
at you and I cast dancing lights because that's all I got. That's all I got. I would recommend slamming that on the ground, and if it doesn't work, maybe we go fashion
Yeah.
us a nice little log
Can
from the other
I
ogre.
get it? Just put it on the ground and then like
Yeah,
put
roll
You
some
can like
dirt
stop,
on it
drop,
or
and roll
something.
it
Yeah.
if you want, or something like
Yeah.
that. You can try.
Yeah, I'll do that. Yeah. Do I need to roll something for that?
No,
Or-
okay. So you're just gonna put it
I'll
on the
try
ground
doing
and just
that.
roll
yeah,
it to
yeah,
put the fire
and
out.
like roll it. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So you place it and you kind of like kick it with your boot. Your one boot that you have. You don't actually have two boots. You have 1 foot with a boot, by the way. and one-
I got new shoes. Remember?
did.
Do you?
Yeah. I got new shoes at that store.
That's weird
Yeah.
because one of your
Yeah.
boots is missing and you're not really sure. Where it is.
You can't just keep my shoes disappearing.
It's on
Okay.
the same foot as well. Maybe you lost it when you're sleeping, but at some point, maybe during the battle, you lost it. You don't remember if you ever had it, really. But you're gonna use your 1 foot with the boot, and you're gonna start kicking the log. And as you're doing this, the flames are starting to die down, but the leather on your shoe is starting to melt. You do manage to put out the flames, and it's just down to a smolder. But your shoe is kind of warped, and you take it off because it's starting to burn your foot. It doesn't seem
Toss
too
it
usable.
away. It's fine. I'll go bootless.
And Pebbles comes over to you and goes, and then looks towards the log, lights it on fire again.
I'm gonna punch it in the face real quick.
Yeah, please kill Pebble, please.
And it looks at you
Stop
very
that.
happily, like it's done something that you like after doing this. So your log is just burning. At this point, like it doesn't seem as usable as it once was. Like I would say if like the log was like this, a portion of it has been it's kind of like misshapen now. It doesn't have the right weight to it.
Okay.
And you imagine that it's going to be less effective in combat after this.
If
Okay.
if
We're
I
gonna
sleep,
need-
if I sleep, I can use my hat of wizardry to mend it and take it back to its normal state.
I do like that idea.
I got there's mending under or cantrips, but I have to sleep because I already used it in this last combat. So we.
Can I please help you? You still have a javelin in you.
Yeah,
No, the javelin
someone
fell
please-
out, actually.
I have a javelin in me too. If you're ever,
Bradley, if I
about
could,
to
I'd
help.
like to do a medicine check just to look Tim over and make sure that look Vaughn over and make sure he's okay. He's my responsibility.
So the
was
javelin
really
in his
far
shoulder
away from
fell
me.
out when he was casting one of his spells.
I thought
The
it broke in
longbow
half.
still just has like I'm assuming at some point the shaft broke off and you just have like the head of the javelin in you. It's not just like a big javelin sticking out of you.
Yeah, that
So
makes
it's
sense.
just kind of like broken off here. But yeah, Von Dernflip, who got hit in roughly the same location, just has just like a gash there and like a hole in his shoulder, roughly, where it was pierced, and he's got the slash on his chest. So you want to do a medicine check and just like check him over, patch up his wounds, kind of thing.
I don't think I can actually heal him in any way, but just give him a once over. I want to make sure that we don't need to immediately run back to town.
do a medicine check.
Okay. Nothing like super life threatening. I rolled a 10. Am I okay with what I see here?
So you glance him over. He's still bleeding profusely from the gash in his shoulder, and he's kind of got his hand trying to stop the bleeding. So you imagine that you might want to like help him out with some bandage, maybe use a healing potion on him. He's very low. I mean, he's not like he's trying to seem uppity, but
Well, as long as we can rest, we can hold on to that healing potion.
He's trying to seem uppity.
Yeah,
he's
we
trying
have
to seem
that
uppity, but
longbow.
he's very, very injured. You kind of check the slash on his chest, which is showing because his robes have been basically ruined, and you kind of pick up some of the blood on your finger and look at it. It doesn't seem like there was any poison on the orc blade, so it seems that he'll live.
Okay.
With just rudimentary medical care.
This is what I would like to do. I'd like to take your arm, put it across my back, help you maneuver around, and we head back to the horses to set up camp for tonight.
Okay.
I don't know if I want to be in here. We don't know if there's more orcs traveling in or anything like that. I want to go back to a place I know is secure.
We should go back to the horses and then come back here
So,
tomorrow first thing.
In Von Dernflip's current state, he wouldn't be able to make the journey. Like,
Well,
you're gonna have to rest here for him to survive. Like, he needs
Let's do it,
immediately to rest. So, you...
Should we go like right here? Like this seems like a nice little corner, just somewhere to have like some protection around us, and then we can put like apple
Well,
there.
I'm done. That place looks good. Let's go there.
so
So I'm gonna reveal some more stuff because you guys would be able to see all this.
but if we're resting,
Yeah. It's right now. It's actually like
I'm just trying to decide how much I want to reveal.
it's
Hi.
about nightfall right now. By the way, so like the sun is in the process of going down.
While we're resting, I can rest my body, but I stay aware of my surroundings.
Right. That's right. You're a very light sleeper.
Very light sleeper.
Yes.
So let's just prop Tim up somewhere with some shade, and I will get into that same meditative state we kind of started this episode at, and I'm gonna watch over his body and make sure everything's chilling.
Okay.
So we can hit the long rest button. I've been wanting to hit this button for an hour.
I'm gonna move you guys into this corner
good
actually, because it's cooler. All right. So you formed like a little formation on Dernflip in your, and this is where you guys are gonna camp for the night.
Yep.
Okay, and I think that's a good stopping point for the episode.
Good stuff. That was fun.
That was I didn't expect to have a 4-hour fucking battle.
Yeah, I
dude.
didn't know how long that was gonna take either, and you guys haven't even explored the inside yet.
I know.
Did we level up at all after killing 3 fucking ogres and 17 orcs?
You would hope.
You would hope, but
You would.
But
The
there's
hope
no
is
hope,
not.
is there?
Maybe after you get a few nights rests, all of that knowledge will kick in.
Maybe. Okay.
Maybe.
but yeah.
Seriously? We're not leveling up? Moon?
We'll see.
We'll find out next week. Well, I just want to know if we're close. If I should start preparing for like what I need to know. Because
Well, you should still prepare. Okay. Well, the way that you're supposed to do this in the campaign, it's not actually like based off what you killed. It's like the missions that you've done.
Yeah.
But you guys worked really hard for this one, and I kicked up the difficulty a lot for it to be like an intense combat. So we'll see you level up.
Did you think we were gonna get through it, Moon? Be honest. Do you know we're God gamers?
I mean, I tried to kill you, but you just wouldn't die. No, I mean,
like hearing that.
I just adjusted the difficulty based off of like what's going on, and I think that turned out really well.
Yeah, it was great. I had a lot of fun.
Okay, well, thank you guys for tuning in. I hope everyone enjoyed. I'm gonna take sub mode off.